what's up, everybody? How's everybody doing? Oh, Tor, what were you messing with?
Bringing the filament dryers up.
Playing with his dingle.
Oh, yeah, I have my filament dryer in the office, the inside office right now, drying a roll of some nylon, and then I have another one that's going downstairs. Tor, what the hell are you wearing? I'm wearing my Murph 2023 shirt. Yeah, so
they didn't
I'm
have
wearing
shirts for Rocky Mountain.
a B-17G shirt because best airplane in the world.
B-17 is such a
I forgot my hat. I actually don't have any hats out here. I don't know what happened to them. They're all in the house. So I'll be honest, I forgot to look at the show notes aside from what we were talking about earlier. Yeah, well, we got some interesting stuff to talk about, including a bunch of Indian people stealing stuff from one of our community members. Prusa finally catching up with what like 2020. I don't know.
Turning into Apple. Like
I know,
putting
right?
in features that everybody else has had for a while now.
Yeah, the Apple way is like deprive your user of basic functions, and then when you bring these basic functions back to the software, they all clap like trained seals because it's been so long they forgot that everybody else already had those features and they were just artificially being held back by their corporate overlords.
Yeah, the touchscreen that's been in stock on them for a while now. It's like, oh yeah,
I forgot they had a touchscreen. I'm going to start this print really quick. Do you want to pull up the stolen stuff first?
Well, while still being on mediocre devices, claiming that they're top of the line.
So
they have titanium, so it's
titanium what?
It's my favorite thing about the iPhone because that's literally the only thing they say about the iPhone is it's got titanium. Okay,
I mean, I have a titanium heat break in this printer. Does that make it special? This is actually one of my buddies' printers here that started as a CR10, and we basically just rebuilt the whole damn thing. So, all right, let's see. Do they still have the post up there? Oh yeah, so they're getting awards.
So some kids are getting awards for stealing a design that's been posted online. Like they were getting called out.
Yeah, do you want to? Yeah, are they? They want to work for borrowing.
Josh, who actually designed it, he's like, "Hey, thanks for using this, but you might want to include links to my stuff."
Yeah, I'm trying to say like, they have created a recycling machine. No, they didn't create it; they just built it from an actual thing. Do you want to pull up the actual news article, or do you want? I mean, I can share it. I have it up if you want.
You already have it up, yeah.
All right, share screen. Like, it's very disingenuous to be like, and I've seen the whole thing. What was it? The Clock Boy thing, like, or something like where, they pass shit off as like people pass shit off as stuff. A revolutionary recycling. Meet the minds behind the creation of Replastify. So they are 100% trying to pull it off. Now, I wish this was a closer up view of what this is, because
there is a few closer up images of it. I think it might be, yeah. If you scroll down, there it is.
Recreate. So they couldn't even be asked to like change. Like, they conveniently blocked out the is this recreator.3d.com? Or did they change it to Replastify? Like,
it definitely says .com at the end.
No, I'm saying like where I wish there were more made by.
Well, then they would get called out even more.
Yeah, so they stole this and they're winning awards and they're probably getting funding and stuff for this. Also, I'm pretty sure the filament is supposed to go underneath this little roll.
I was about to say they're not even using it correctly as well.
Yeah, this is like very jankily put together. So they printed something out, they called it something else, and now they're trying to say that it's their own design. Like, this is shitty. Like, this is just really fucking shitty. So I don't know. Like, I hope honestly they get the awards taken away, and there should be repercussions for literally passing something off as your own.
Literally plagiarism. Yeah.
It's an open source project. Like give creator like being, hey, look at although I guess it's not as cool if you just say, oh, we downloaded some files from the internet and we 3D printed them, versus hey, we made this ourselves. Like there's a big difference between that. Like it's shitty. And if these kids aren't punished, if you're teaching them that, oh yeah, you can just steal from everybody else, and rip people off and get away with it. But I mean, with all the fucking scams coming out of India, maybe that's just the kind of standard thing there. I don't fucking know.
But what's actually somewhat redeeming about this though is if you look at the stats on this, so their post got just over 1,600 views, but Josh's reply to it got 4,500,000 views. So
hang on, I'm pulling up
more
here.
people have seen the fact that they've been called out for stealing than for the actual article, which is, like I said, at least it's redeeming in that sense.
Yeah, no, that's bullshit. Offensive. Oh,
yeah.
Look at my link for pictures of my hole.
Plagiarized lift. Don't use the press coverage for publicity. Your past and future students are watching. Yeah.
This is their school posting it too.
Yeah.
So
I don't know. The fact that these kids thought this was okay to do this and rip it off speaks volumes to their morals and.
The school has to know by now because the only replies they have on it are people calling them out on taking it out.
Yeah.
Actually,
the whole challenges faced, the preparing the model was not an easy task. Let me see. There was they're talking about. I mean, I guess figuring out how to rip it off was not an easy task, right?
So, just hide the actual name behind the.
Yeah, just hide it so all the photo ops it doesn't say Recreator 3D.
Sarah actually reminded me there's one of the robotics teams uses that, but they actually had a printout giving Recreator 3D because this was a setup at Central Michigan University and they had it out in the hall so everybody walking past to get to the playing field could see what they were doing with it. But they actually had a shout out to hey, this design is from Recreator 3D.
Yeah, so. you have to give people credit.
And they weren't at all trying to say, hey, this is we designed this. We found this and it's really cool.
I'm going to be snacking on my cup noodles because I've not eaten really anything today. So
in between things, dinner soon.
But as far as this is okay
out here.
That's their culture. And if I'm gonna get thrown under the bus and try to get canceled on Twitter,
I don't know.
Care,
I've talked to the people that live over there, and it's kind of like the Chinese don't really see a problem. Not all, but we're generalizing here. Don't see a problem with things getting ripped off. It's just do whatever it takes to make it, even if that means stealing from other people.
Right.
So cheaper and crappier and sell it for less.
Yeah, right.
We can make more.
But anyways, I hope here's the thing, if they don't get reprimanded for this and have all the awards pulled, because they didn't do anything other than print something. They didn't do anything crazy. Do these kids even have CAD skills? Do they understand the firmware that goes on those printers? Do they understand the wiring, or do they literally just follow the guide, which is literally nothing special?
Well, they clearly didn't follow it that well because they didn't even.
I know it looked like shit. But something a little bit more interesting that Tor found is about Bambu Lab. They're having an AMA, or they had an AMA on the 29th. Yeah.
Oh, just Monday.
What's the Yeah. So they already had it. So they basically what came out was keeping the RFID spools closed to people. So
that sucks because I was looking into doing our own.
Yeah.
But everything I found...
they think that we had to expand the comic was getting downvoted to hell. Currently, there's no plans to open source RFID data.
Smiley face. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like that.
Yeah. They're literally just doing it because it gives them a leg up. I mean, there wouldn't be much stopping us from buying basically just every filament and cloning the RFID tags. We could do it.
Well, at least Creality on their AMS system, they said they were doing a RFID but they will
They're gonna
actually
open
most
it.
likely open it, unlike
Yeah.
Bambu.
Yeah, I'm looking through here to see what things. So they have here.
I listed the
do-
big things on the news page. They're doing a new
Yeah,
larger format
yeah.
printer, but not naming what series it is. So if
Okay,
it's an
nothing.
X or
It's been a while knowing that regarding the new flagship when we expect it. They basically said nothing. Any play in the open source here. In special cases might perform updates. Okay, but yeah, that's really a non-answer. So yeah, I'm looking through here. Oh yeah, here. We want to see a worthy competitor of the Prusa XL. We want big volumes of Bambu Lab quality. We're working on it. We believe that it'll be worth the wait. 2024 is all we can say for now. Well, that's comment deleted by e-begging for a printer. Oh my god. Yeah, Prusa XL is not very hard to beat. Firmware's garbage releases. Yeah, the Prusa XL I've not heard good stuff about. Especially if you're actually using it for like the multi heads and stuff.
Teaching Tech had a few issues.
I've heard it's not been great.
Yeah.
Huh?
I saw Teaching Tech had a number of issues with his. And
yeah, he was
in a whole new printer.
Yeah, and then
He's
they
like,
said,
no, I want the printer I paid for working.
You have noted here A1 extra AMS port for new accessories.
Yes. I don't know where that is in the notes, but I saw that. So there's going to be new accessories that plug into that. And I mean, that's cool.
They don't say what accessories though, right?
No. They've pretty much told us nothing that people already didn't suspect that was coming.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm keeping my eyes on the V cores. I put my name in for like, hey, are you interested in ordering once it's ready? So
don't tell my wife, but so did I.
Oh yeah, here. Are there plans for a second AMS Lite integration on the A1? We don't have any plans to have multiple AMS Lite for the A1 series. The second report is designed for future compatibility with accessories, and that's all they said.
Like, what accessories are you planning? Any hint? Nothing.
Yeah. Now I'm just scrolling through here to see if there's anything interesting here.
I kind of understand them not wanting to say a lot of stuff because, well, China will copy the crap out of them before.
So this is interesting. So it's nearly impossible to find replacement parts for the X1E, obviously, and the other ones, like, we carry some replacement. We don't sell official replacement parts. But we have like our own brand of stuff that we have for upgrades, accessories. But the thing is, from talking to people in the industry that do sell the parts for the Bambus, the main reason you don't see a ton of resellers is their margins are dog shit. And
well, and look at this line right here. This means that the resellers are responsible for providing warranty support and also replacement parts. So you have to warehouse the parts and deal with the warranty
and deal with a shitty margin. Yeah, that's why we don't sell their parts.
Money
other than the fact that we have better like replacement parts, like their hot ends and shit. Like our hot ends that we sell are way better than stock hot ends on the P1 and the X1s. Forgive me, I don't have spool holders, so I'm just like kind of unraveling this. I forgot to put a spool holder on here. I don't think my buddy dropped it off with one, but I'll probably put either a top mount or one off the side. But hey, I want to. It's printing, okay? First print ever on it, going right now. We're doing it live. Yeah, I mean, their AMA, like they should be teasing more stuff. The K2 with the AMS, like they're gonna start losing market share quickly
as soon as the colors come out or the multicolor.
Yeah, so like here's from Fablu. You link this. They're saying here that they're hinted at a new generation printer launched this year, like maybe a multi-head. Yeah, not open sourcing yet, like whatever. I mean, we have people ask us, why don't your things auto? Well, because they don't open source a protocol. We can't say, hey, this is how you program the tags, put them in the spools. Honestly, like personally, if you're too lazy to hit on the screen and tell it that I put PLA in here, like the color really doesn't matter. I put PLA in here. Like, really? You're that lazy that you can't just press a button? Like, but I mean, we're not talking about Bambu users. They're pretty lazy compared to other users.
I want to print something.
This is how hard it is.
I'm not talking about people that like just have a Bambu in addition to the printer. I'm talking about people like this is their only printer. Like these users have no clue when it comes to doing basic things. Like, it's wild. Like we actually had
I took it this morning wanting.
Yeah, they had wanted us to come out on site to do a clog nozzle. I mean, I'll do it, but it's gonna be over $100 by the time I drive. There's 45 minutes each way, plus gas, plus parts. Like, you know, it's
clog
weird.
nozzle.
Yeah,
think about that.
Like,
for a lot of people who've been running like Enders and CR10s solos.
Yeah, they have
clog nozzle. They can't figure out how to do it.
Do you want to go over? I'll let you do this one. I'll share this tour. You want to cover Prusas? How many people here actually have a Prusa? I'm curious because I got rid of ours. I sold ours.
Yeah, I figured a few.
I just wasn't impressed with it. Like we sold it. I will say it did hold its value very well after we used it for a while, but I'm just not a fan.
Yeah, they're still going for around 400 for me. So they're finally they're pulling an Apple and finally getting features that everybody else has had for years. They're getting object cancellation, which has actually been in their slicer for like a year, 2 years now.
Yes,
it's like all my printers have it running right now.
Yep.
Their touchscreen, which they shipped with the printer.
It wasn't active. The touchscreen wasn't active.
No,
I actually didn't know that.
Prusa, I hate them.
When was it released? That's not.
You're talking about the MK4?
Yeah. So, the Mark IV and the Mini both had touchscreens on release.
Well, Mark
IV
the crazy thing is that
I still can't believe that. I still can't believe that on the Mark IV, they're still running the TMC 2130s, which are an ancient fucking stepper driver. Look at, they finally figured out.
VFA artifacts. Yeah, they fixed that.
Do you remember when Prusa was saying it's your printer, you built it wrong, and literally diving accountability on all these fronts? Because I had an MK3S that had the issue
built as well.
Yeah,
like you built it wrong, but we built it for you. But it's your problem.
I hope this pisses off the Prusa fanboys.
I do like that they apparently added a cold pull option that will like walk you through everything, raise the temps, lower the temps, and all that. So that's actually something nice. I think there should be more options like that on other printers to just run you through the cold pull, so you don't have to do it manually. Like more people will learn that way. Yeah, so looks like they have the load cell sensor in their extruder assembly. It can detect if filament stuck. That's pretty cool. Another feature, the walk the operator through to the entire process of cold pulling. I wonder if it uses the extruder to pull it out, if it's got enough torque. Because some extruders have enough torque to do a cold like the orbiter and stuff would probably have enough torque to pull that thing right out.
Yeah, like our the Tough Extruder V2 and the Bontex, like those with the dual drive gears with the gearing reduction, those should be able to pull it out, no problem. Because those can pull a ton of force. So is that it? It's been a pretty slow week in terms of news, anyways. Yeah, the big things were the school claiming. Yeah, the school just ripping it off. Oh my god! It's like really. Well, and I do have here. Let me.
I don't know.
I forgot to talk about our new stuff.
Object pulling. I think that's the biggest news of all is being able to object cancel. I mean, guys, that's groundbreaking. That is absolutely groundbreaking. Thank you, Prusa. Thank you.
So we have a couple of these left. They're sold out. I don't know if they're sold out other resellers, but I really like these. I have, like I said, I have one. Tor has two going there.
I've got one on the way.
Yep, we shipped your order the other day. So we have the poly dryers. These are really slick. I was very impressed with them. They're a two-part design. So you have the heater and recirculator with the fan in the bottom here. And then you have plugs that you can literally plug up the bottom. So you can dry it, plug the bottom up, and then move the heater to another container. So we will be getting the containers soon. We're waiting on them, but it does have desiccant. It's got a humidity readout on there. And you can see here I like their GIF here. So it pushes the heat out the back, it
really
recirculates.
marketing stuff for it.
Yeah. So it's a really nice dry. I like this. I'm glad we didn't get the Sunlu ones in because these are about the same price and these are a lot better. Not saying the Sunlu S2 didn't work well, but I like this better than the Sunlu. I actually gave the Sunlu S2
No, ours
to
is the same
Matt.
as maker's pricing.
Well, and here's the other thing that's nice about these is that you can then turn around and buy just the boxes and reuse that heater, whereas opposed to the Sunlu, every
because
time you got to spend
it's dry,
$70.
Yep, yeah. Once it's dry, you pop like you can see there the plugs that go in. These are a very hot selling item.
Mod.
Yeah, and you can feed from the box. Yeah, there's also here printable mods. So Tor made this page here where we're aggregating all the mods. So there's like here a double barrel mod. Somebody already made this where you can actually use
right now
two boxes. So you can use the one dryer to dry two at the same time.
No shit.
Yeah, so it's a pretty cool system. I like it. In addition to that, so I literally only have 15 of these left in stock right now. You can see there. So that's our live stock right now. The other thing we rolled out is we have our
just to quickly interrupt you to put that into perspective. Yesterday when I ordered mine, you had like over 30. So they're
they sold out quick everywhere.
Yeah, you guys are moving them quick.
We ordered 50 of them, and that was like 2 days ago. We have 15 left. So, yeah. One thing I want to show here.
Sorry to interrupt you again. I was going to ask you about the bins. If you had heard any information on the bins.
I'm waiting on it. We have like some on back order, I guess would be the term. We will be getting them. So, cool. And they're like $30 for the bin.
I've been excited about this fucking dryer. So
we did roll out our rewards program, so you guys can just join. You just sign in with your account, and then you can join rewards. And you have, and actually, I think I can just. It'll probably be easier. I don't know if I don't think I have any rewards on mine, but I can show you here. So we got a couple of things. So while we do have an affiliate program, which if you guys are affiliates, we will be changing that program in about a month. Tor and I were actually just started using a new project planning software. But anyways, for you guys, if you sign up for the rewards program, it's free. There's nothing to do with this. You've got a couple ways to earn rewards. You can enter your birthday in, and then the system will send you a $10 reward. Now you can't be smart and try to change it every time. It's only going to send out one coupon a year. It knows. But if your friend uses a link, you will get 5% in points of their order, and then they also get 250 points, which is equal to $2.50. So it's right now the points are about 100 points is $1. So you're basically getting 1% back, and then we also have here you can get an additional 2 points per dollar spent on right now bed cement and our EasyFlex products. So we will be running promos where you're always going to get on no matter what you buy, you get 1 point for every dollar spent, and you can redeem that then for points, or like right here, you can get a free bottle of bed cement for 800 points. And then again, your birthday bucks, you get $10 off. So you can get these. This is free to sign up. It's on the bottom here. You can see earn. There's ways to earn here. It's a really nice plugin that we just rolled out. And if you're wanting to, earn some points, which then you can use to get free product, you can just share your little link here and, paste it in. And I just pasted my link in, and that would then count those sales towards your account, and then it'll reward you. Now, the points are awarded once the order is marked as complete. So if you make an order that needs to get shipped, you won't get the points until we actually ship the order. So, and then if you do a return, then it deducts the points, it does all this stuff. The other thing in terms of the site, because I know I like going and shopping through, like seeing what companies have on sale. So I made an on sale page. If you're just wanting to browse, if you go over to store and you hit on sale at the very bottom here, or you can just go to th3dstudio.com/on-sale. You come here and this will show you all the stuff that we have on sale, and this updates every day. So we do changes, they'll pop in. So we actually got quite a bit of stuff on sale. If you guys are looking for some deals on control boards, hot end parts, we're clearancing out a lot of that stuff. Even our tough hot ends, we did send the email out, but there's a lot of stuff. I have a couple of the battery backups left too. These, my supply of these is dried up. So whatever we have with these, that's it. We can't get any more. I basically was hitting the guy, be like, "Hey, do you got any more?" They're like, "Nope, we don't."
Them all.
I know, right? But yeah, we got a lot of stuff on sale right now because we are going to release with the tough hot end, even though it's a nice hot end, it's our V6 style hot end we have. We are going to be discontinuing that along with the multi-mount just because it's run its course. So if you guys are looking to pick up an all metal hot end, we have them for $18. Comes with 4 nozzles. and it's actually an all metal hot end. So if you guys want to check that out, I realized I went to a new tab. But yeah, our tough all metal hot end. This is $10 off. It looks like I have, I don't know if it doesn't tell me how many I have in stock on this page for some reason. Oh, because it's a bundle, that's why. But yeah, so if you guys are looking for a deal on a hot end for one of your older machines or anything that takes a groove mount, and I have some of the multi mounts left. I don't think we have many, but the multi mount will be discontinued. We still will have the files up, so if you purchase a knockoff, you can buy the files. We'll still have the files up, but we won't be offering any of these for sale anymore. We won't be reordering the ducks. I think we had like 4 left when I checked yesterday.
71 left.
Yeah, I've got 4 left. So, and these are $7 off right now. So we're basically selling them to you at cost. But the thing is, as these printers are moving more and more away from being able to universally mod the printers, it doesn't make sense for us to keep stocking these type of parts because it's just taking up space on the shelf, and they're not moving as much as they used to do. Used to be. I actually just put up. There's a multi mount on here. So.
Heck yeah. I mean, I love mine.
I like it, but like the thing is, like I'm like, even the printers I have, like there's not many machines I can put it on anymore without heavily modifying the carriage. And we've done ones where we've literally drilled out holes and put the screws in and drilled and tap stuff for the carriage. So yeah. Do you guys have anything you want to chat about before we move into questions? We do have, so if you guys look up at the top here, hang on, let me at the top here. You go to Q&A.th3dstudio.com. You can ask us questions, and we don't have a ton to talk about. It's been a pretty slow news week. So
been mostly preparing for our SV08s coming in, getting another monitor set up with Stream Chat. So
is that USB adapter I told you about?
It is. It works really well.
Does it? I'm glad that worked because Tor was like, I'm out of monitor ports. He's like, Jesus Christ. He's like I
have 4 here. My 5th one here.
I thought I was bad.
I'm having Easy Cam on top for close-ups of parts and stuff. It's gonna be nice.
You got anything new you want to chat about? Your bet behind you, Emerson, is looking a little bit cleaner. Did you clean up?
It's getting there. I'm trying. I am trying.
So no.
Well,
really.
I got some new toys. I got a new chainsaw, and so I've been cutting trees down. Actually, I'm kind of lucky to be able to be streaming in here.
I would not trust you with a chainsaw.
Well, me being able to stream in this room is actually a miracle right now, because I almost dropped a nice big tree on the building. So I had to.
So what did we learn?
Ooh.
You should probably. There's certain things you should probably hire professionals for it.
Yeah, for my tree in the back,
I just figured out a hillbilly way to keep it from. I had to grab, was it a 4-inch toe strap, and then 2 2-inch straps, and then I grabbed because I got a diesel pickup. I grabbed that, tied it to the hitch, and pulled, and got it to swing the other way, and then I just had direction. Yeah, and then I just had to gun it and hope that the tree didn't fall on the truck. And
oh my god. Oh yeah, I totally have Chris's messaging me. I totally forgot. So we went and got one of those like 3D ultrasounds done yesterday, and this was one of the pictures from him. That's
yeah, already knows how to facepalm.
Little Olivia. Actually, that's her foot up by her face.
Oh god.
Is that really?
Yeah, that's her foot up by her face on the left there. And so the ladies were actually really cool. They had like a Samsung ultrasound machine, and they let me actually dump all the data the thing collected to my thumb drive. So I'm going to see if I can export a 3D model from the data they collected so I can print the baby.
I've seen those before.
That's cool.
So I'm hoping I can get 3D data off that, but it's like there's no such thing as 4D. It's 3 dimensions, X, Y, and Z. 4D is like marketing wink.
There we go.
What's your camera doing? What's your camera doing?
No, I'm making it. I'm making it do that. I wanted you to see it. So I'm working on it. It's getting cleaner.
It's getting cleaner. Yeah, it's getting cleaner. It's not as much of a rat says. I thought it was just slowly panning up. I was like, oh, his camera's having a stroke. His camera's having a stroke. All right,
I
let's
do
see.
love this camera overall. This is a great camera.
It is pretty. I gotta get a. This one's actually not doing too bad. It's my old 920. I've had this for ages. And then I have the 930. Actually, let me see if I can add because I can show you my.
Lost. Yeah, we saw Hugh Forge at Rocky Mountain. They had some insane stuff there.
So it's looking at it's looking at.
So the pictures on Twitter were cool and all, but the stuff like we saw at the show was incredible.
So this is my buddy's machine I rebuilt for him. It was a CR10. Got a custom dual Z up here. And then we got rid of the control box. Everything's mounted up. You see the TH3D logo on the fan cover there.
That's pretty neat.
Is that what he was working on earlier?
Yeah, that's what Matt. Were you looking at him with some Fusion? See, look at this Logitech shitty. Look at the focus. There we go. So I just threw my NG profile in here. I got a little bit of screen going on, but this has a AC bed on here, and like watch how quickly this damn thing heats up.
The AC bed on my S4 is kind of nutty.
Just watch the bed. I just told it to go to 100. It was at 60. It'll go from room temperature to 100 C in 2 minutes.
I think my S4 takes about 3.5 minutes. I was like, oh, why'd I wait so long?
So no, it came out good. I got we still got some of these. These are the K1 plates where the little tabs were not cut perfectly, but as you can see, it fits perfectly on a CR10 bed. So if you guys want cheap plates, we still have a couple of those left.
Well, yeah, but doesn't that affect the magnetic attachment to the bed because you didn't cut it correctly?
Oh my god! Yeah, I know you're being facetious. Hey, look at there's you. Inception. Wow! It went to another dimension.
Welcome to a slow news day, folks.
I know, right? It's like 30 minutes. It's gonna be a short stream. All right, let's see what we got for questions. You guys think of anything? Let us know. If you guys in the chat have heard of anything, post it. Let me know. All right, the first question is.
Oh, go ahead.
Oh, let's say the first question is from Alex No Smith. He said the K1 or the SVO8. I can't tell you that because we don't have the SVO8 yet. I mean, the SVO8 is going to be
this morning, but they're on holiday, so
yeah. I think the SVO8 is going to be more tinker friendly. Although the K1 isn't like unfriendly, it's just less moddable because it's very proprietary is the word I was looking for.
Yeah,
I like my K1. Actually, we just got the prototype doors for the K1 Max, and the Bambu, and I'm gonna be opening those tonight. They're in the house right now, so maybe I can have a door back on my K1 again. So
yeah, Emerson and I were looking at all the files for the SVO8, and we're pretty happy.
That's
like why did they do that? How did they do that so cheaply?
Yeah, there's a few things, unless they change. Well, no, because some people already have. So never mind. There's a few things in the printer config that need to be fixed, but it's not like egregious. It's just little things that if you know Clipper well, as you're scrolling, you're like, oh, wait a minute, no, that's not quite right.
Yeah, I mean, I'm more concerned about the hardware when it comes to the printer than like all these Chinese companies typically fuck up the software.
This is a Virgin.
I mean,
this is Clipper. You're not getting some bastardized Creality type version.
That's one of the reasons we bought it. Yeah.
And it uses the same the host uses the same processor that like the CB1 does. I think me and Tor agreed the only thing that
it's not a bastardized version. Like I hate all these bastardized versions of Clipper. Also, it's like more work for the company. Why not just like throw a skin on it? Like
probably how they got it so cheap too, because they didn't spend months on redesigning the wheel.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
It's so dumb.
Well, and whoever designed Creality's interface they should be fired because that's a bag of shit.
It's horrible.
I hated the Guppy on your K1.
You know what? Because you never had to use the stock one. That's better than the stock one. The stock one's fucking horrible. Yeah. You know, All right, Joe Galaska's next one. What's your thoughts on using a Monster 8 V2 as an upgrade to the Ender 7? I think that'd be a good upgrade. You're just going to have to obviously make your own mounting solution, but wouldn't be that hard to do it. I would just get rid of their external drivers, run everything off of that. I think it'd be a good upgrade. It is going to be a little bit involved, not terrible, but it does have the room in the bottom for the Monster 8 V2. So we have a couple of those left. We will not be reordering those. So if you guys are looking for a good deal on not only a control board, but 8 Trinamic 2209s, and they're actually genuine Trinamic 2209s, it's $60 right now, and it comes with the firmware. So yeah, I would do it. I actually have my Ender 7. I was thinking about putting the Ender 7 out here, but I also want to mess with it. But I also got a bunch of other projects. I think I'm going to just put my time into the Mercury one. So
the questions up here.
Yeah. Savali's asking, 3 weeks ago, he got his Ender 3 V3 Core XZ. He said it's a very decent printer, worth the money. He's recommending we grab one for the channel. I think we might. I'm gonna. It's one of those printers. I'm gonna look and see if I can get a deal on it. And Tor, I actually assigned you a task on Motion to make them probe mount for the Ender 3 V3 KE, so we can get rid of the CR.
I found the CAD where I'm gonna a CAD.
There we go.
Not a great one, but I'll be working on that.
Good enough. I mean, I have the printer, so you can get it started. Then we can sit down and prototype. You know.
Get it tweaked.
Well, Truggy, Clipper doesn't technically have live Z stepping.
Yeah, Clipper. Yeah, that's my biggest complaint. Like when I was messing with the K1, I was like, I'm gonna adjust it. I was like, why isn't fucking changing the Z?
Yeah,
because I'm used to Marlin where I can just press it and it's instant. As soon as I turn that knob, it's like, why have they not figured that out? Marlin's been doing it on the crappy 8-bit boards for years.
But that's also, Truggy, what we're talking about is the K1 stock interface is an absolute bag of shit.
Yeah, K1 stock. Yeah, the stock one's horrible. I've been very happy with my K1 after I rooted it. I really like it.
Your Voron Trident, you can adjust the Z stepping,
but it's not instant.
It's not live.
Yeah, Clipper in general is not instant. Yeah. So like if you ever use a Marlin printer, the Marlin printers, if they're on like a newer version of Marlin, or if you're running our firmware, as soon as you bring up the baby segment menu and turn it, it instantly adjusts. It doesn't wait for the commands that are queued up. It instantaneously adjusts.
Clipper is like 16 different commands.
Which if you got a lot of long lines, that could be fucking ages.
Yeah, on big printers, it's like on my S4, it is hell to adjust the Z. Because all
you'd almost
have to go 1, 2, 3, 4.
You'd almost want to do almost like a zigzag purge line to adjust on that, just so it could burn those moves up.
Quite a bit. That's the problem though, is that because all of my prints I set to have a purge line, they don't adjust on the purge line.
No. I'm saying if you make like a purge line, forget I call it purge line, just like a line that's for adjusting your offset, where it just goes, it's just a bunch of little moves back and forth. So that way, 16 moves is like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, blah, blah, blah. So it's like really quick. It's just a bunch of tiny little moves, so it eats up that command queue quicker. It's kind of a janky workaround, but that would work, right?
Yeah.
Because a move command's a move command. Doesn't matter if it's telling it to move, half a meter or 0.5. It's still a move command.
Yeah.
And I think it has to do with the queue, but Marlin figured out how to do it. Bryce Spencer's asking, what do you think the biggest innovation that will happen in 3D printing in the next 2 years? I don't know. I feel like we're probably going to get to a stall point like we were a couple years ago. Now we got all the Gen 2 printers coming out. I like that term. I can't remember who used it, but somebody used a term like Gen 2, like all these ones where they auto set their Z offset. They're more automated. We're in that Gen 2 era. I think we're going to be here for a couple more years. I think the next big thing though is going to be more development on multi-material printing, whether that's multicolor or multiple materials in the same type of print, but that's all going to be kind of software. There's more hardware solutions. Like, if the AMS on here, I don't use it for multi-print. I just use it to throw a bunch of filament in there.
Yep.
So
pretty much switch between different films.
Yeah. It's such a waste with the I think, there's definitely a lot of interest. So here's the thing. It seems like there's a lot of interest with multicolor, but I feel like it's very niche and it's kind of gimmicky. It's one of those things where you get a printer that has it, you make a couple prints for the first, week or two or month, and then you go back to doing single color prints because you're like, this wastes a ton of plastic. It's more room for error for it to fail. You know what I mean? It's kind of a cool hat trick, and it gets tiresome because most of the stuff I print is single color. So Nadir's asking, what's her favorite hot end? I don't really have a favorite hot end because, like, I've got a assortment of all sorts of different printers and hot ends. I don't really have a favorite, to be completely
Favorite
honest.
stock hot end is actually going to be the Creality hot end, because
Yeah, if we're talking, well, if you're talking stock, I mean, if you're talking stock hot ends, I actually really like the one that's on the Sprite extruder, or the one that's on the SV06 and the 06 Plus. If we're talking like stock setups.
Yeah, the SV06 toolhead overall
Yeah,
is
I do.
pretty
Yeah, I do
solid
like
for
the. I
being
think
stock.
if we're talking stock ones, I like the SV06 and the SV06 Plus one. In terms of favorite aftermarket hot end, I mean, like I have a Mosquito Magnum. I like it. I think it's a little overpriced, but it works. I've used a Dragonfly BMO. I have one. I'm gonna save that for another build. That was on Bertha. I mean, I also have our Tough hot end, which is a V6 clone. That's what's running on here. I have got on 3 of my other machines. I mean, I don't really have a favorite aftermarket hot end.
It's the best hot end for whatever printer you're working on.
Well, and that's just it. It's kind of hard to say what the best one is, because like I've got a K1 Swiss on my Max, and it's a great hot end for that printer. But like my Voron and my Ender 5 Plus, that's the Mercury one up in the ExoCube, those have the Rapidos, and those are great hot ends for what those printers do.
Right. Yeah. Hot ends are very specific.
Yeah, it's just it's not a one size fits all kind of answer.
Yeah, I couldn't really pick a favorite aftermarket. Like in terms of stock, though, the SV06 and the 06 Plus are the same one. Those are definitely high up there on my list of for stock hot ends. I thought they knocked it out of the park. So
yeah, and those you don't really need to upgrade. Like
yeah, I mean that's
the stock Reality is okay.
I've already upgraded my K1 hot end.
The throat and
I still have the hot ends I got from you to upgrade mine. I just haven't had it. I've honestly taken a break from even touching the printers because I just got burnt out. But it's time to now that all that's calmed down. I'm like, I want to get back into tinkering with them, because I've got 3 Ender 3s that have piles of your parts sitting on top of them. I got an SV06 that's waiting for your board to get put into it because it burns.
So this reminds me.
boards.
This reminds me of an interesting discussion I've had with Tor and even customers. I had a discussion with a customer today. But I try to be honest with people. So, for example, I had a guy today. He had a TiVo Tornado, which is basically a CR10. He wants us to do a bunch of upgrades. Like, basically what I did this, like, overhaul the whole printer. I told him, like, well, this could easily run you, like, this is a lot of labor, and it's going to be a lot of parts. This is easily run you $300 to $400. So, the thing is, there are benefits to keeping your older printer and upgrading them and keeping them running. And from my point of view, and from a business point of view and a repairability point of view, I prefer the older printers because I can just keep them running and keep fixing them. Yep. Like, I thought about this, and I thought about this long and hard, and sat down and did a pros and cons. And the ultimate thing that made me not want to start selling off all of our old Ender 3s. Like, we have tons of Ender 3s and enclosures that are fully upgraded. They got a couple $100 worth of upgrades. They're in the enclosures, which were another $200. Replacing them with printers that'd be a little bit faster. I mean, we're printing like 80 to 100 millimeters a second with them. We have a shit ton of them, so I don't really care. Speed is not a huge factor for us. If we switch them out to like the K1s or the K1 Maxes, we would get enclosed printers out of the gate. We would get, faster speeds. But when the printers start aging, I'm basically running the risk of ending up with paperweights because there's so many tool head boards in those machines. And I'm just going to call all the accessory boards, there's like a master and slave configuration. They have your master controller, which is like what your printers all have. Like, this is the controllers in here. But they also have controllers that report back to the other one. So like your master and slave configuration. So you have one in the tool head, just on the K1, you have one in the tool head, you got one in the bed. And those two boards are in the enclosure. So they're being exposed to the heat of the hot end, they're being exposed to the heat of the chamber. And it's not like Corelli's designing them to run at the higher temps. They're using really low quality knockoff gigadevice processors on them. They're not using heavy copper on them. Like, they're cheap parts. It's kind of the same equivalent of what's happening in the car industry. Your older cars may not have all the bells and whistles and creature comforts of the new ones, but they're easier to fix because there's less computers in them. You know, and here's the thing, I'm a tech person. I love tech. I think all the new stuff coming out is really cool and it makes it a lot easier for people to get in the hobby. However, from a repair standpoint and from just even an ecological standpoint, these new printers are fucking horrible.
Yeah.
Like
exactly.
I go ahead right now and go to Crayley's site and see where you can buy a replacement tool head board for your K1 or for the one in the bed. You can't. They don't sell them on there. You can find them on AliExpress, but
yeah, Sarah and I went through the same thing of honestly, once we got those K1s and we're like, man, we really like these. And we're like, should we start replacing our enders with these? And then same thing, we're like, I got to thinking, I'm like, no, because what happens in a couple of years when the K1 is replaced
thousands
with
and
K2,
thousands of hours of them, like,
and you can't find parts. At least with,
you know, our
I don't have to worry about these.
Some of these are from the first launch.
Well,
some of these are almost 7 years old now.
You don't have to worry about getting parts from Ender 3s because the parts themselves are so common that it doesn't matter.
This thing's over 7 years old. This CR10 was one of the first CR10s. This didn't even have to have the dual Z. This is one of the first CR10s. That's how my buddy Mike met me. He actually found me when I lived in Illinois. Like, and look at, we've rebuilt the whole thing, and now it's going to be able to do whatever the hell he wants, and it's going to print great. Like, it's a trade-off. Like,
and it's not shitting on the new printers. The new printers are great and they're cool and all, but
they're disposable.
If you're a hobbyist is one thing, but if you're someone who uses them as a business, it's a completely different standpoint. I would rather have my enders or even the Voron, even though that's
like, imagine,
pain in my ass.
Like, imagine, like, I would literally have to just stock parts. Like, if I got rid of all of our Ender 3 Pros here and got all K1s or K1 Maxes, I would have to make sure I have multiple spare parts for all those boards in there, because if they go down and we have enough printers down, we're fucked. Whereas with the Ender 3s, I don't have to worry about that, because if I'm out of the part that I need, I can go on Amazon, I can go to multiple other vendors, I can go to Tiny Machines and buy these readily available parts. Whereas, like, I don't know. I feel like we're going to have, I mean, we've had a lot of people contacting us to do what I've just done to this machine, where, hey, here's my old machine. I want to dump a couple $100 in it because I like it. I want it to work. I know that there's better stuff out there in terms of ease of use, but in terms of repairability, these things are better than the newer ones.
Yeah.
Well, someone said in the chat that you can actually.
Yeah, I mean, like, I will give that to Voron. Like, Voron, you're building it. That's the thing. Like, that was the whole appeal of all these cheap printers, is they were using so many, for the majority, they were using a lot of off-the-shelf components. So they were easy to fix, they're easy to repair, they're easy to upgrade. And you're not going to get that with these new ones. You're getting all proprietary, you're getting proprietary stuff. You know, like, and it's probably not going to be worth it because they release so many damn models and they phase mods for so long. It's probably not going to be worth it for companies to make aftermarket replacement boards to, replace the stock ones. It's not going to be worth the time. I mean, like, here's the thing. If my K1 toolhead board went out, I could absolutely make a cable harness and fabricate something, but I'm not putting all that time into it. It's going to be a huge pain in the ass. Like, do you know how easy these things are to switch everything out on? Because they're so simple.
Well, and that's going to be an interesting thing for companies like BigTreeTech who come out with all these aftermarket boards, how they're going to adjust to this market of all this, not necessarily.
I mean, we're not making any more custom boards. It's not worth it, because when Crayley started changing, like, they changed the board for every damn printer now. It's not worth it for us to make a board. Mm-hmm. So the Easy Board V2, like, that will be our last board that we will ever make for a long time. Like, I have no plans. I don't want to say never, because maybe we will make a board at some point. But as of stands right now, we do not have plans to make any other boards. I mean, luckily the Easy Board V2 has been a great one. And take notes, BigTreeTech. Look at, we have only had one revision on that one.
Well, and that board can be used on so many printers. It's like you said.
We have we actually have a lot of people
not just
buying
one
them.
brand. It covers several brands that your board
because you can put them in Solvals, you can put them in Crayola. Like, those are like two brands where they're dropping. But there are a lot of people buying them and using them with Clipper on their Voron builds and stuff where they have, 4 axes. Yeah, Tor. There's literally on Tor's little V0 there. Bam.
That's pretty cool.
The Mercury 1 kit thing gets shelved. I literally have a 5+ sitting like 20 feet from me that's got the Mercury 1 kit. I actually have all the parts printed. They're over on the table there. That's next week.
My Mercury 1?
There's Tor's Mercury 1. So I have a 5+ that I'm building for doing the Mercury 1 conversion for Chris's brother-in-law, and then I have my 5+ that I'm going to convert after I get his done. And then I have 2 5s that we're going to convert as well. So,
and as a word of advice, if anybody who's going to convert theirs over, CAN bus sucks. Don't do it.
Yeah, Tor. Well, Tor. Hey, Tor, you love CAN bus, don't you?
That's why my 5+ hasn't been running for months, is because I have to unconvert it from CAN bus because it fucks.
Tor hated his CAN bus.
Here's my CAN bus.
Yeah, that's kind of mine's just sitting in a pile in front of it because I'm just too frustrated because now I got to pull all the. I don't want to get into it. It just pisses me off.
Yeah, I'm kicking myself because I was about to go order the 5+ rail kit for myself from Fabrico, and they're out of stock.
Silent Rush. I would love to see a link for that, for being able to flash mainline clipper onto the hot end board. If you have a link for that, put it in the chat, please, because I'd really like to check that out.
Yeah. So I mean, what's chat? I mean, I see people.
Someone also asked about the Pi 2 and the CB2. The CB2. I think Tor and I looked at that the other night. We were kind of talking on that. It's actually
we also saw
pretty
those at,
solid.
We saw those at Rocky Mountain Repro Fest. They had the boards there.
Yeah, they're. I mean,
they
for
also
what they are,
also gave me a board to play with. What board did they give me, Tor?
I think the Kraken, I want to say.
Yeah, it was one. It's got the socket for the CB1 or whatever.
Or no, that's the MP8.
Well, all the Manta boards have the CB1 socket or CB2.
What is that, Tor? That looks familiar.
Is
that a power failure thing?
No.
Yeah, this is a power failure for the Pi.
I thought that was the proper shut. Weren't they advertising as like the proper shutdown for a Pi?
Yeah, it'll shut down your Pi in a result of power failure.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right.
But I also have the Eddy probe.
Yeah, and I have. Oh, you finally got that?
Yeah.
And then I have. Basically, I'm trying to wrap up all the random projects and stuff, so we can go ahead and get the Mercury 1 stuff going. And I think the direction we're talking about this, I definitely got to my profile. Well, this is a profile from my NG. That printed really well, though. Aside from the stringiness, that actually printed really well. So nice. I definitely got to adjust the retraction. Huh?
I said I just clogged my extruder.
Yeah, that sounds like a personal problem. No, I got to run input shaping on here. No, it looks good though.
It's not even that CAN bus is super complicated. It's actually not once you get it down. The problem is that if you CAN bus is fine if you're printing PLA or PETG, but the second you put those CAN bus boards into an enclosure,
it's the same thing with the boards and the K1 and the Bambus. I have all sorts of random errors with my Bambu with the goddamn accelerometer. It just stops.
My K1 Max can print ABS for 9 hours straight and be fine, but I've tried 2 or 3 different CAN bus boards in that.
What brands were the CAN bus
every
boards?
single one. 2 of them were BTT, and what was the other one that used the Raspberry Pi 2040 chip, and that's used in the Picos?
I have no idea.
I can't remember the brand, and they worked fine. But the second I started trying to print anything where the enclosure needed to be warm, they would crap out.
They shit the bed.
10
Yeah,
to 15
see that's
minutes they'd shit the bed.
See,
the Mellow 2040.
So I get the appeal of the canvas boards. It's cool. Give it power, and you got 2 data lines, and then you got a ton of expansion. But I'm gonna be the old fogey here, where I just like my fucking wires going from my hot end back to the control board, because you know what? At the end of the day, if a wire breaks, I just can splice it. I can pull a new wire, and I'm done. It's a cheap fix. It's quick and easy. Like, I think the reason manufacturers are doing it is because it cuts costs down, because now that's less wires they have to run all the way from the hot end back.
Mac
Which
and
I get.
LOL, I did put fans on them and they still got hot and they still shit it out. No matter it. I mean, and think about it too. All you're doing is you're blowing 60 degrees Celsius hot air onto an
Right.
already hot chip. You're not really doing anything.
Yeah.
You might get you might gain yourself an extra couple minutes, but in the end, those STM chips and those little 2040 chips, they get hotter than shit and then they shut down.
Right. That's a problem. Whereas these wires don't give a shit if it's,
Right.
ADC in the enclosure. Like if you use silicone wires, it really doesn't give a shit.
Well, and again, I'm not shitting on CAN bus or the boards. They're great.
Well, but
in certain circumstances.
Either way, whatever the brand of the CAN bus board, it's still one more complicated point of failure.
Yeah.
Versus just wires. Like, guys,
wires are cheap. If
our
your
printer
CAN bus board dies, it's
like, do you know how many hours we have on these fucking enders back here? Like, people want to be like, oh, these new ones are fast and stuff. Like, yeah, but do you know how much work these things have put in and how little we've really had to do to them over the last couple of years? Like, we basically we make sure the belts are tension, we adjust the rollers, we might change V slot wheels once in a while, we might change belts, but like, holy shit, like, they've been great to us. And like, literally, we came out here, we fired them all up last night. We came in, and in the morning all the prints were done, and we had a shit ton of parts. Like, and I do like having, so like, I have the Bambu out here, and then in my office I've got my Ender 6 and my Ender 3 Pro, which are both set up for faster printing, and then in the basement I've got my K1. So I do think it is nice having a couple printers around for quick one-off things, but for production, I don't care about having fast. I want the parts to be strong and I want them to be consistent. And I get that out of the older machines. And the nice thing is you can pick up a lot of these older printers, because a lot of people that don't want to learn how to use them and don't want to modify them and don't want to upgrade them, they're dumping them for really cheap on Facebook Marketplace. I saw Enders for $50 freaking, and I almost bought them. I was like, I got too many fucking printers. I was like, I don't know. I was like,
so I got
shit.
those SVO6s. Someone was like, I got too many printers. My wife's making me sell a couple, and I was like, shit, yeah, I'll take them. But just so people don't think I'm full of shit.
I hate people like, my wife is making, oh god.
So this is for my Exo Cube that I managed to mount not only a stealth burner on it, but the tap.
Yeah, a little tippy tap.
I do have a fan on there, and I do have the Mellow 2.0 tool head board.
Is that going to be in the enclosure?
No, yes, but I have to take all this shit off, because after about 15 minutes, I start getting issues where the board, I get missed.
That's what I'm saying. Is it really worth the? Is it really worth the hassle? I look at things from points of failure. I'd rather just have wires.
It would be worth it if you could keep if it worked. That's you know what I mean. Like, yes, only having to run 4 wires was so nice, because I went from having drag chains to just creating a little umbilical, got all that weight off my gantry, so I was able to print at the same speeds, and I noticed quality differences. The problem was that the printer kept failing, because I'm sitting there watching my dashboard for Clipper and watching that temperature spike on the tool head board, and then like clockwork, after about 10 or 15 minutes, it would hit a point, and then boom, it was done. It just shut down. Clipper shut down.
Yeah.
So it's a great idea, and it's a great feature if you are trying to get weight off of your gantry or whatever. If you're printing PETG or PLA, I personally, I'm not saying no one else has had good luck with it. I personally don't think it's a good idea. Period. For ABS, ASA, stuff like that, where you have to print in an enclosure with heat, especially long periods of time. This particular tool head, this printer has to print 9 to 10 hours at a time, and it's nonstop. It prints car parts in ABS.
Right, so you need it to be reliable.
Can't do it. Yeah, I got it. It has to be able to print. That's my personal experience. I don't think CAN bus is great for hot temps. PETG, if this was going on a printer that was only printing PETG shit, it'd be fucking awesome. I would love it, because I know it would be reliable at that point, because it wouldn't get hot. But not in an enclosure. No good.
Yeah. I saw somebody asking, when do the points expire? It looks like the system by default was 30 days. I'm going to set that to 1 year.
30 days.
So
No.
yeah, it's a little quick. I installed the plugin. I'm still tuning it. I'm just going to go. It unfortunately doesn't go retroactively edit the one. So I'm literally doing that right now. I don't see that it's expired any just yet because we just started using that. So, but it does send you. I see in here. It will send you an email,
Hey, your
letting
stuff
you know
is
that.
expiring.
Yeah, like letting you know that your stuff is expiring. So I think here. So, it'll send an email 7 days before the points are gonna expire.
I don't.
So
I'm not allowed to get points.
But yeah. That's about all I have. We're really boring today.
No, we had some fun conversations.
Well, it's because we haven't had any drama. Someone hasn't dropped into chat and said something ignorant. It's.
I wonder who that could be. I wonder. I don't know. Have you been staying off of Discord lately?
Well, yeah.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
Trying to let things calm down,
Yeah. I still haven't heard anything from Mr. Muskry Tears. So
I almost did it again. Just don't
Must
talk
Cry
about it
Tears?
because something stupid's gonna come out of my mouth again.
Yeah.
I was actually explaining that situation to my coworker today, and he's like, I don't understand. What'd you do wrong? I'm like, right, but
you hurt
he's
someone's
on the other.
feelings.
Yeah, I'm like, just gotta be careful what people.
You hurt someone's. Okay, I'm checking here. There's no expired points, so nobody lost any points. I'm just double checking this. Someone's like, my points expired.
We haven't had the system long enough.
Yeah, no, I'm going back through here.
What time zone are you in?
What?
Oh, someone just said it's 2:04 here. I was like, what the hell time zone are you in?
It's 6:04 where we're at.
So England is 5 hours ahead. That would put them at midnight. So
what's up?
Where are you from, sir? If I said your name wrong, I apologize. It was not on purpose.
Oh, I didn't realize there's like 25 pages of things. So I'm gonna see if anything is like more than like 5 points.
Romania,
I'm going to manually override those. But holy shit, I did not realize that it's not going to. Hang on, I wonder if I can just disable the point expiration.
Well, Tim's figuring that out. Now I'm curious.
Hey,
Nadir, how did you find being in Romania? How did you find TH3D? How did you find Tim and his channel and his business?
Let's see if I can deactivate the point expired. Maybe if I deactivate it and then reactivate it, it will then reset things.
Oh, shit. Signing off.
No, maybe save.
Would have been cool to know.
You know what? I'm just going to make it so they don't expire for right now, and we can always change it later. So, but we're trying it out and see how it goes. We had one before, and the plugin was horrible that we used. I do see the point, though, because it's obviously like the rewards thing is a marketing thing, right? And having them expire, because like Best Buys expire every so often, having them expire does encourage people to then make a purchase and use up the points.
Right.
So like that's the whole thing. Like it's like they're nice. Like I like rewards points on when companies have them. So it does.
As someone who's about to have a kid, you'll learn that about about Oshkosh and Carter's. They like to do that a lot with your bonus points.
Yeah. I'm actually really impressed. I can't wait to give this printer back to my buddy. He's going to be thrilled with how nice this is printing. His bed wheels were like, they were so worn, I couldn't adjust the eccentric nut. No, they were so worn that I literally couldn't get the eccentric nut to tighten up on them at all.
Right. It was just there was no matter how you turned it, there was no.
There was
Right.
no bite. So
Yeah.
like there was there was none on there. I was like, oh, what the hell? So yeah, I'll go and see about messing with this setting. Maybe
Jade
it'll
wants to
run.
know some info about your Mercury tin.
Are you
No, I'm
going
not
with
building.
high?
I'm actually building someone else's Mercury first before mine.
Are you doing Hydra on yours? Because I am actually interested to know that too.
I don't know yet what I'm going to do on mine. Tor, we had talked about this. Actually, yeah, when we're going to do the Hydra because I want to reuse my mosquito and our tough extruder. Or are we going to go with
Hydra's the bed, not. Hydra's the bed,
Oh,
not
why was
hot.
I thinking that's the hot end? Oh my god. I'm
I have
sorry.
the EVA 3 on mine and a stealth burner on mine.
I feel retarded right now.
Silent Rush, where on the Discord did you post it?
Yeah, no. I will probably not run the Hydra. Honestly, I have on the 5 Plus. It's got the 2 Z screws. I'm perfectly fine with that. I built my own
dual Z kit, so I'm not doing Hydra.
Yeah, I saw that. I should have known because I was just looking at Fabrico's site and it said Hydra. I should have paid attention. But yeah, no, the Hydra is not something I'm going to do. I don't think it's needed, to be completely honest. Like it's cool, but I don't really care. So
would have just because I'm really interested. I'm really interested to see it.
Oh, so you want me to spend my money and time messing with it before you mess with it? So you're
Correctamundo.
taking the Doug route. Doug like waits for me to like do something, and then he will see how my experience was with it, and then change his. So, you know, like for example, like if he's thinking like he's waiting for me to do the whole house lighting for like permanently installed lighting for the outside of the house, he's waiting to see what I do and see how mine goes before he does his. So
well, isn't the Hydra's pretty much the same setup as what's on the Rat Rig, right?
Yes.
Yeah, as far as I know. So
I think that's where they got their inspiration from. Or no, they got it from the
like the school in their filament
and their filament
recycler, right?
It was just inspiration.
I mean, at least they completely redesigned theirs, unlike the school.
He's avoiding the bleeding edge.
Yeah. No, I mean, I don't really care. Like, it's just more stuff to go wrong. Like, you know what I mean? I don't know. I want my stuff to be reliable. I mean, here's the thing: it's gonna be rough for me because my 5 Plus has been such a reliable printer. Like, I've got our board in it. I've got the Meanwhile power supply in it. I've got the Mosquito hot end on there. I've got our multi mount running the Mosquito with the Tough Extruder V2. Like, it has been a very reliable machine, and I literally just ran a customer job on it the other day. So I'm hoping I can get. I mean, with the Mosquito Magnum, I should be able to get a decent amount of print speed out of the damn thing.
They're great.
I would assume so.
You have to do some work on them first, and it's not even major stuff. It's really just the electronics because that touchscreen's a bag on the Ender 5 Plus. They're great stock except for that shit limiting touchscreen. But it's like with most of the Enders, you got to do a few things, but otherwise they're solid workhorses. Like
well, the funny thing is they're still selling the 5 Pluses like today. Like they're still selling them.
They just did a revamp on them.
Yeah, they just updated them. Like, so they're still making them. I mean, if I was Creality, I'd probably keep making them too if they're selling, because like they're for the build volume and price you pay, it's actually a really good deal. So, and on top of that, for those of you guys thinking about if you're thinking about getting one, even just to do the conversion to a Core XY on, their beds do hit 100 degrees Celsius. So, and I actually have the other thing. The reason why I'm going to upgrade mine is because I have that 3D upfitters enclosure. I paid like $350 on it, so I got a lot of money into mine, and I'm like, what's another couple $100? You know what I mean? So, But that's just me. I don't got anything else. I'm gonna go and update these points because I do realize I paid extra to have the like marketing thing where it'll send out emails like, encouraging people to use them. So basically anything that's over 5 points, I'm gonna go ahead and just retroactively change expiration because I don't think it's gonna do it after I change it, which kind of sucks. So, but I'm on page 18 of 25. I'm going backwards, so I have like 17 more pages to go through.
Oh, I thought you were almost. I thought you were almost done.
No,
Like, oh, that's not
no,
so bad.
I'm kind of like staring off while I'm talking because it's like I don't have to think about it. I'm just clicking the little pencil edit button and changing the year to 2025 instead of 2024. I didn't realize what the defaults were because I would have just changed it before to be like a year. I think a year is fair. So because eventually they gotta expire. The point is for people to use them, and to keep revenue coming in by encouraging people to use them. That's the whole point of them. So
is this similar to? Because remember, you used to have the benchies.
Yeah, it's like the benchies, except this plugin is actually better than the benchies. The benchies plugin, they just like stopped updating it for a while, which is why we discontinued that program pretty abruptly because it kept breaking the site. And so I had to disable. I was like, you know what? Fuck it. We're just getting rid of it because the developer didn't care. And if the same thing happens to this one, then we'll be forced to get rid of it. But like, it is what it is. I keep logs of like all the different versions of these softwares because we're using a WooCommerce site. So like we have plugins. So if I have a bad update or something, I can roll back, keep like all the old versions. So because I've had to do that a couple times where like an old version worked and the new one was broken. Because the nice thing is you can run the older software as long as there's no security holes or anything in it. So what did you just get, Tor?
Cheetos, fries, and white cheddar sauce.
That is the best shit I have seen in a long time.
I'm
I have
jealous.
a burger behind me as well.
I'm not jealous of that.
I'm trying to lose weight here. Okay.
I'm just jealous of food. I still can't swallow, and anytime I see food, I'm like, man, I just want to be able to eat.
I'm trying not to make a joke right now.
I can eat as my 4-year-old puts it. I can eat porridge. Cream of wheat is about the only thing that I can. Yeah, here's Daddy. Here's your porridge. But yeah, it's about all I can get down. I tried Taco Bell. Like if I want to eat normal food right now, it wears me out because it's a fucking job to carefully work it down, and I have to constantly take a bite, take a quick drink of water, bite. And it's like
you gotta pace yourself. You can't be fat and just shovel it in.
Right, but I mean it's like little bites, chew a lot, get it ground down, then chase it with water. So it's like it takes me like over an hour to eat a meal that should take like 15-20 minutes. And then I'm just fucking exhausted from eating. So it's to the point now where it's like I don't even want to eat. I just fucking I'm hungry, I'll whatever. Maybe I'll lose some weight too.
I stepped on the scale the other day and I was like, wow, I got really fat. So I honestly felt bad eating that ramen, but I was like, crap, I have not really eaten anything today, and I'm getting a headache, and I have a stream, and I didn't have time to go in the house and make something. So I was like, well, I'm gonna eat something. So
what's been so nice is my doctor's office and my surgeon's office. They their scales are in kilos, not pounds. So I feel better about myself.
Why are what?
I don't know.
Why?
I don't know.
Is it in kilos and pounds? What you going to Canada for your healthcare?
I don't know.
Like.
But no clue why they put it. Because I even asked them, I'm like, why isn't this in pounds? And she's like, I don't know. It's just what we have to do. She's like,
why is it not in freedom units?
Freedom.
Like why? Yeah, why is it not in freedom units? Okay.
I'm guessing some of the medicine is per kilo or something, but they just don't want to convert everything
over. I mean, I could see that. That would make sense.
All I know is
like we just don't want to do the conversion. Okay.
Instead of it saying it's like, I'm over 200 pounds, it says I'm 90 something kilos. I'm like, I like that number better. It's a smaller number. It's 2 digits, not 3.
Hang on. I gotta find this is hang on. When any time
was eating earlier.
anytime I hear somebody talk about kilometers and whatnot, this is what pops into my head. Headphone warning. What the fuck is a kilometer?
That's awesome.
That's what pops in my head anytime somebody kilometer is that YouTube clip right there, the eagle screeching and the gunfire. What the fuck is a kilometer? Like,
yeah, Blasto. The only reason I know that is 3D printing.
You know, oh, the Celsius and stuff.
No, 2.2.
Oh yeah. No, that's the only conversion I know.
Oh, there's certain things that I prefer to measure in metric, but outside of that, like, I still to this day could not tell you if someone's like, oh yeah, it's 23 degrees Celsius out. What the fuck does that mean?
I know. Is that
warm or cold? What is this?
So I mean, I wouldn't have a problem if everything went over to it, but it's like it's so everything. Like you should see, like, especially when I get like people that don't know 3D printing and they're asked, they're like having something made and they're giving me the thing in inches, like, oh, I gotta fucking convert this because all the printers are in millimeters and I have no. Right. I mean, I know roughly 300 is 12 inches, right around there. I know roughly different dimensions.
The customer job the other day, I had to convert everything. I was just asking Google as I did it.
Yeah, because he gave it in inches, his napkin drawing.
Mm-hmm. Blasto, you take that conversion and you shut up. I
what is he trying to convert?
He's saying that every kilo is 2.2 pounds. Nope. I refuse that.
I mean, yeah, it is. It's
shut up.
It's not that hard to remember.
No, but that means that 94 times 2.2.
How about for temperatures we just start using Kelvin for a minute?
Well, that I learned Celsius from fucking around with computers. Keeping an eye on CPU temp. And now with printer, but I know when I see a temperature on a CPU if it's good or bad, and I know what my temperatures need to be.
Your ranges of this is good, like 40, 50 C for a processor.
But as far as outside temperature, get fucked. I need Fahrenheit, otherwise I'm lost. Unless you tell me it's 0 degrees out Celsius, then I know. Okay, it's 32.
It's fucking cold. it's fucking cold.
Freezing.
Yeah, so all right, I think that's all. Actually, I got almost all the points converted. There's like little ones here for like the firmer one. Whatever. I could just be like, no points for anything.
That is not ketchup.
What? That was abrupt. That was not ketchup. What the fuck was that?
That's hot sauce.
Come on, you're in California. Can't the little white boy handle some fucking hot sauce?
Yeah, Jesus.
Well, if I expect it,
wait a minute. Ketchup. Tor, is that a 3D printed can holder?
He printed one at the event. Oh wait, you weren't there.
That's food safe? Is that food safe?
No, God. I think I'm dying. I'm around all these nanoparticles with the ABS.
Is there a California C50 warning on that can holder there, sir? Are you compliant?
I don't know. He might not be in compliance. I have to report him.
We're gonna have to report him to the Gestapo.
I have not knocked over a can with this holder though.
It's a pretty cool holder.
Your
cat just comes up and like, oh yeah, watch this, fucker.
Fuck your shit. Just here's your cat. Just
fuck your fries.
Waiting for them to come in, then I have to pick it up.
Oh, Chris has one cat, Vivi. Like she literally will. Like she has. I shit you not. I see her on the table, and she's like touching something, and I'm like, Vivi, leave it alone. She'll look at me. She'll just be like,
yeah. No, cats are dicks.
You little fucker.
Yeah, cats are dicks. They are self-aware assholes. They know what they're
little
doing.
Assholes. They absolutely know what they're doing. Yeah, they're little fucking assholes.
Yeah.
And it's like, I literally just told you to not do it, and you look me in the eyes.
Like, that's what we got to this. Try to open it. is it?
Is that your cat? Does it say Smokey Stash?
It does. Oh, there's actually claw marks on this. I just realized. And I'm trying to open it.
Archer, literally, we can't leave like beef jerky or anything out, because Archer will literally eat it. Like he will chew open the plastic bag and eat the beef jerky and stuff. Like he's also eaten bread, like just loaves of bread. He like ate half a loaf of bread, didn't eat any of the crust, just the center. So there was like a cat head shaped hole
this way through
the center of the bread, and I'm like, I got out to the kitchen. I was like,
do we have mice?
No, I was like, what the? I was like, did the dog get into this? Because I was like, this is like dog level shit, and I was like, the fucking cat ate bread. Bread. Why is a cat eating bread?
Like out of a sandwich.
Like, do you like my spool? This is my filament manager says I have a buffer here, right?
So actually, speaking of spools, I guess maybe circling back to the whole QR code, isn't there a way to?
Do you guys want to see the Polymaker dryer?
Because I have what the QR code, and yes, please, I would like to see one. Isn't there a way to break that break that QR code down?
People have been trying on Reddit.
You need the RFID.
Following it.
Or is it? I'm sorry, I thought it was a QR code. I didn't. Okay, no, so there's an RFID. My bad. I'm sorry.
People haven't been able to get it going, unfortunately. Hey, our spool's fit in it, just so everybody knows. See, our spool.
So do Atomic. So do Atomic. So all right. So let's see. Hey, I was about to be like, focus, you fuck. All right, so we're gonna open this up, do a live unboxing. So they do give you like a little tube to like guide it.
The PTFE.
Huh?
I don't like the PTFE on it.
It's like giant. Like I don't know. It's like just a guide tube.
Outer, 4 mil. Inner.
Yeah, the regular PTA fits in the holes that they have. So here's the unit itself, and I think this is it. I opened it. Yeah,
that's it.
There we go. I'll let the guy clean that up on Monday. This is Krista. So this is the one that you're gonna get. So this is Krista. So it comes like this. You open it up. Here's the lid.
No,
nice
Krista
lid.
It's got a little
blaming
all the shit on your cats.
Her cats are just as bad. Here, I'll make myself bigger here. Yeah, at least my cats don't make little children say, "Mommy, that cat is scary." True story. She has this like this long-haired Persian midget cat mix, and he's like terrifying looking. Like he's got the nom stare. Like he's just like this. And when he moves, instead of like, let's say you know you want to look over at something else, you just move your eyes, right? Sometimes he goes like this, like moves his whole head. Like when he's looking, like, but anyway, so our neighbor has, I think her kid's like 5 or 6 now, little girl, and she was over and she looks at, like, we're having dinner together, and she looks at the cat, she taps her mom, she goes, "Mommy, that cat is scary." And I just lose it. I just fucking lose it. Cause I'm like telling her, I was like, your cat's fucking ugly. He's so ugly. And then we have a child, and children just speak their minds.
Yeah.
And she's just like, "Mommy, that cat is scary." And I'm fucking dying. She's just like, "Leave Beans alone." I was like,
Thank you, Krista. That I was trying to figure out the PC way to say it. Krista's like, she's on the spectrum. Leave her alone.
No, that means she's even more honest. So she's even more right.
Oh, I thought she was talking about the cat. I thought she was talking about the cat. No. Like, yes, your cat is on the spectrum.
Here's our spool in here. Oh, hey, you know what? There we go. We got a spool holder.
Are those metal rollers in there, or those?
There are metal rollers in there. But all right, continuing with the unboxing. All right, I'm gonna.
Have metal rollers and a spool holder in the middle.
Yeah. So here's one of the 3. There's 3 boxes in there. So this is this one box has the roller and the desiccant. So you cut this open, you pour the desiccant in here. Okay. And I'm gonna do this because I'm not gonna jinx myself. I'll tell you what I was going to say after I'm done. Just remind me.
Now, is that the desiccant that you can like microwave to reset?
You can just dry it. You just dry it.
You can use the dryer to dry out the.
And here, let me
I'm
move around my messy ass desk here, and I'll show you guys here. Add camera.
I'm stupid. I'm the big old R word. Sorry.
There we go.
Yeah,
all right.
I was reading over their guide, and you can actually use the dryer itself. Just don't have any filament in there. Let it for a couple hours, and it'll dry out the dust.
All right, so you got the little thing here. I mean, I have ADHD. I probably am.
Blasto, I was thinking the exact same thing when he said "ope." I'm like, oh, little Midwestern fell out.
So you open this. I will say I'm not a big fan of how hard this is, but you got to take the little thing out to get the batteries
I was
up.
thinking the same.
But
the battery isn't too bad, but opening up the desiccant holder for how it sits, like you shouldn't have.
So
to worry.
You put these little batteries in, and then you have your readout here, and then this you got to kind of just like pull up on it. I mean, I didn't have a problem with that. And then you got to open your desiccant, which it is sealed in here. And then
does it say "do not eat"?
Yes. It says "do not eat, throw away." Well, no, we're not going to throw it away. We're actually just going to. I don't know where my scissors are, so we're just going to use these steps here. We're going to tear this open, and we're going to put the desiccant in the tray here. And desiccant you can buy from wherever. You can buy this stuff in bulk on Amazon pretty cheap. So sorry I'm not showing all of it, but this one packet fits
want to make a mess.
The forbidden jelly beans.
No, I'm trying not to make a mess here. And they are the ones that like change color.
Yeah, they turn pink when they're saturated.
I have some of these too. They're the indicator ones. So you carefully put this on.
Right on Amazon are a good brand. Yeah, Joe, these are color changing.
Yeah. So there we go. So we got our little thing. I only have one little one not make it. So we got that. This goes into the unit here. So this is the back. And this is the front. So this goes in the front here. You slide this down in there. There you go. All right. So this goes in the bit here. So like you can put it through the middle of the spool and then put it down into here. So you can have
like
it roll on.
Is there a stopper?
There's a stopper. So you can roll on this, or you can roll on the rollers.
Okay.
All right. So now the next piece is the actual drying unit itself, which
are those bearings on either side of the metal roller?
Yes, they're bearings on the rollers. Yeah.
Wow.
So this is the heater. This is the heater. Okay. So you take this out. So you take the little plugs out of the bottom here, and then you set this on the heater, just like that. And then the last box is just the power adapter. So you pop your spool in here. Pop your spool in here. You dry it.
Well, hey, now you have a roller for the filament on the printer.
I know the one over here. Well, this one's got to go in the house. This is one for Chris. I snagged one from inventory for her. So power adapter, plug in the back. You can turn.
Is that rotating?
What?
Well, so it can accept different country.
Yeah.
Plugs.
So you can put different country plugs in. So, but anyways, there it is. I'm gonna bring this to Krista, and then you put your spool in here. You put your spool in here, you snap your lid back on, and you can feed from here or you can feed from the top here. So I really like this design. I like the modularity, the fact that you have a nice container here that you can feed from. Let's say you're done drying, you pop those little covers in. Now it stays dry, right? You can use this one here to dry multiple of these. So they have these available separately, the actual boxes separately. And we will be getting these. They're just on back order right now. So but they will be getting these boxes in, so you can have just the boxes, and we will be carrying them. You can get some directly from their site right now, but we will also be carrying them. We have this full kit.
When you buy the box only, does it come with the reader and the desiccant holder?
Yes. So it comes. Yeah. So you basically. Yeah. So you basically, when you get the box, you get this in the box. You get just this. Okay. Obviously not the AC adapter, but you get the box, and then the dryer is the dryer with the power adapter. But they come with a little feeder. So I like this system because it never made the thing. Like I like the Sunless too, but the thing is like, I don't want to keep buying dryers. Like this is such a great idea to have this modular, so you don't have to buy one drying module. then once it's dry, just seal it back up and you're done, right?
Well, and with that double barrel mod makes it
The
even
box
cooler.
is 30. This box is only $30 for the box with the desiccant and the little hydrometer is $30. This full kit with the box and the drying module is 80. So, and if you guys want one, I'm not just being Mr. Salesman here. You should go order one from our site right now because they're out of stock everywhere and they have a long lead time on them. So,
can you do what you did with those and create a sales page so we can get emailed reminders when you get just the boxes in stock?
oh, like a temporary one? Yeah, I can do that.
Yeah.
I might be able to even no, I'll do it on a separate page because then people are going to be confused about like, oh, this I thought I was ordering the full kit and blah, blah, blah.
Right,
You know
yeah.
how people can be. Yeah, no, I'll make a new product right now. Here, I'll just put I'll just make a placeholder poly dryer DRYER storage box only. Hang on 1 second. Track stock 0. Poly dryer box only for the SKU. Filament storage and drying. All right, there's just a basic page up there now. So if you search poly dryer, it'll be storage box. So I'll post the link in chat.
The product page, there's actually mods for stacking it, for storing the little feet.
There's the link I posted in chat.
It, as
so
well
if you guys
as
want to get
for 2 of these at once to dry it.
Yeah. Yeah, and also we did this on the last thing. I was trying to find out why the category for the filament dryers was not showing up, and then we got sidetracked and I never came back to that because it's not showing up on my list of categories for the shop.
I made for the tough panels showed up instantly.
Did you make a category for the tough panels?
Yeah. Right up top.
Oh.
I can't remember how to reorder it though.
What the fuck? I can reorder it. Maybe I just need to make a new. Maybe there's something. Oh, hang on. Wait, no. Filament drying storage. I'm just gonna change. Hang on. I'm gonna make a bulk actions. Edit. Apply. I do a new category. Oh, I can't do a new category. Hang on. I'm gonna make a new category. Filament dryers and storage. Let me try this. All products. Add new category. I'm gonna add those products to it. Hang on. Filament dryer.
By the way, all those people, if you're on the live stream and you bought one of the boxes, one of the poly dryers, and you've got yours, you should leave a nice review for Tim. Right now, there's 0.
All right, so it's now showing up. I just had to recreate. There must have been something with that post ID that made it not show up. So it's working now. Filament dryers and storage shows up now. Does it? Yep, I'm sorting it alphabetical right now. Hit update, and now it should show up in filament dryers.
And it's got your bags and stuff on there too.
Yep. Yeah. No, I just moved all those over.
Which, by the way, I love those bags, and I love the fact that your pump actually works. Like I got.
So you could use.
Before I realized you had one. Sun Lu makes them too. Their pump, I'm like,
their pump sucks.
Yeah.
So the other thing too is you could use the Polymaker drying kit to initially dry your filament, and then use our cheap bags. So the bags are literally $2 to throw the filament in that bag once it's been dried. So if you don't need, basically, here's the thing: if you don't need to feed from the spool, the box is kind of overkill. But if you need to feed from the spool, it's really nice. So, but you can use the one Polymaker dryer to dry your filament, and then throw them in our easy storage bags. So, because I'm looking here, what are our easy storage? Our easy storage bags are sorry, they're not $2. They're $1.50 for a bag. And if you want 10 bags with the pump, it's $15.
And it's the pump, the desiccant bags.
Yeah, it's a pump
clip.
desiccant bags, and then it's got clips to help you seal it here. I'm just going to plug this because you guys can use this after you use the poly dryer to store all your stuff. So
and by the way,
that
Tim,
out.
you call the bags cheap, but they're actually
no, I'm saying they're cheap cost wise.
Oh no, I know
they're very durable. Yeah,
yeah.
No, I'm not
was
telling them
say,
like you can see it. Look at that nice. Like
yeah,
you can, they seal.
They do. They're very durable
and it's
bags.
a double like a double fancy seal design on these two. So they're very nice. But you could use so if you already have the pump, you can buy additional bags too. I meant to share that, but yeah, we have additional bags in the kit. So but I'm happy that we finally had that because I feel like that was one point where we were missing opportunities for like, stuff that people need. Like, cause I'm trying to make us be like that shop where you can get all your odds and ends. We are actually working right now. I'm talking with a company called iWis that makes a bunch of tools and stuff like wire strippers, crimpers, tons of stuff. And so we're looking at getting a ton of stuff in from them because I think it'd be good to have more tools. So we're, as we're getting out of printers that sadly that we can modify, we got to adapt. Otherwise, we're going to be the next blockbuster and become irrelevant, So I'm looking at more towards, filament, flex plates, little kits and stuff that we can do to upgrade like these more proprietary machines. And then, once we're pushing, like I said, literally next week, we're starting the Mercury 1 builds here internally. I know you've already done yours, but I'm getting into them, which means I'm going to be bugging Tor. But I would, over the next like couple weeks, we'll be building 4 of them. So 2 5+s and 2 regular 5. So the 5+ will be the first one, which is sitting here. So
1 kits are actually a really simple build. It's for how long their guide is. It's not that hard.
Yeah. No. Yeah. Well, that's how I expect. I expect the first one to go kind of like, just be a little like arduous. But then like, okay, do it on another one. So
like once you understand the bearing stuff, it's like, oh, it's just a bunch of bearing stats.
If you want to see something cool, I don't know if you see the little Ender 3 sitting here. This is actually, do you remember Sean Tor that used to work for us? So this is his
my mini fridge.
Yeah. So this is his printer because he's too good to work on his own printers now. So he's paying me. So we did a linear rail conversion on this with, we actually custom machined a bracket to put the micro Swiss on this 3D fuse kit. So we're completely upgrading this. I got to clean it off, but it's got our EasyBoard V2. I got to go through and clean up all the wiring. Most of this was really janky when it came to us, but another one we're rebuilding again, fixing the old ones and upgrading them, and they'll be able to be fixed and kept running for a long time. So, but this bench right here is like where we work on, do the bulk of the printer work over there. We actually have here, if you look, there's a bunch of other printers sitting there that are on because they run their test prints. Those are other printers that we're working on and repairing. So we've been very busy this week with repairs and upgrades. So, all right. Oh, look at that. We're already at 1 hour and 39 minutes. How the hell did that happen? I thought we were going to wrap up at like 30 minutes. Yeah.
hour later, we're still bullshitting.
I know, right? Yeah, I think we're once things calm down here, we're definitely overdue for kind of like a late night hangout stream. That's probably when I'll do my Ender 5 because I have Ender 5 in my office with the Ender 5 Mercury 1 kit. Sadly, I thought they'd have more stock on the 5+ Mercury 1 kits, but apparently not. Well, that's crazy. That's crazy that they go out of stock on them that quickly. Like it tells me we need to get those in. So I need to get on Hector and see if he can get us a bunch of those kits. Or if we're gonna have to like try to source them ourselves. So
what about have you thought getting into BigTreeTech stuff?
Yeah, I have. Not any of their low end stuff, but their higher end stuff. Their SKR E3 minis are still really crappy boards. Their newer stuff. Their newer stuff
for their pad.
Yeah, I like their. So I'm probably going to be using the pad on the 5 Mercury 1 that I'm going to do. So I'm going to use our control board in it, but I want to do Clipper on that one. So on the 5+ though, I'm building for her brother-in-law. We're doing the EasyBoard V2 with Marlon just because he wants it simpler. He really likes, because I sold him a 5S1 that had all of our stuff on it and our firmware and everything, and he really liked that. So he just wants to print a little bit faster and he wants a bigger build volume. I was like, well, we can always upgrade it later, but he just wants a good standalone printer. He doesn't even use it on the computer. He doesn't want to have it on the network. So, easy board, Mercury 1, boom. Like he'll still be able to get, like, our easy board's fast as shit. It doesn't need Clipper to be a fast printer. So
I'm just,
but yeah,
I think maybe getting in some of like the CBs and some of their pies.
Yeah.
I
mean, if you want to, like, we've been talking about you helping us out with some of the Clipper stuff. If you got like suggestions, and even customers too, if you guys are watching the stuff that would actually move in terms of products, because like I want to focus more on stuff that the majority of people are going to actually buy, not having a warehouse full of one-off and things that I'm going to be sitting on forever. So, but yeah, Tor, I know you just tried talking, but it didn't pick you up.
Now, Silent Rush, I gotta disagree with you. The CB1.
I have a CB1 in my Pad 7. It's fine for Clipper. So, it's not fast, but it's fine. It works fine for Clipper.
The CB1 launch was a disaster because
I'm defending a BigTreeTech product. What the fuck is
know. It's fucking
I just was like,
hell has reached 0 degrees Celsius.
Oh god!
Getting into Clipper, talking about BigTreeTech in a good way. It's like, what is happening?
They had some issues with, like, they do all of their first gen stuff, and then they came out with, I think, like the 1.1, which solved, if I remember right, it was something to do with the voltage on some of the GPIO pins weren't.
BigTreeTech is 5-volt rails, man.
How do they consistently fuck up such basic shit?
Right,
and always like the 5-volt rail shit too.
Yeah, and that's exactly what it was. They had issues with the voltage on the GPIO pins. Some of them were 5 volts. Some of them were something random, like 2 something or 3. It was fucking goofy. So when they came out with like the 1.2, it fixed that, and then like the specs of the CB2 are fucking great. I mean, but I've got printers running off the original 1.0, and I got printers running off the 1.2, and I think they're great.
Hell has frozen over.
Well, you got one from last year at Murph too.
BigTreeTech. Dun dun dun.
Yeah, they had to sign their big duck.
Yeah, they had to sign their duck. We signed their duck.
For those who don't know, Luke right there, he's from South America, and he is just
South Africa.
Yes, I'm sorry, South Africa. One of the coolest fucking down to earth people you ever meet. He's such a cool guy.
Trevor, I think, is from Arkansas or Tennessee. He's one of the southern states. I have him on Facebook. He's a cool dude too.
Heck yeah, they're both. They come with both 12 and 24.
Yeah, they're both 12 or 24. Yeah, so if you guys are looking for a cheap hot end that's a V6 style, they're still great. The only reason we're discounting them is just because the market doesn't want them anymore. I know there's a lot of people that have older printers that want to upgrade them, so I figured we'll do a clearance on them. So if you guys are thinking about grabbing an extra hot end, or even if you just get it for parts, it's still a really good deal. It comes with a ton of nozzles, 12 and 24 volt stuff. So
yeah, you get for what you're paying, you get the heater cartridges in 12 and 24 volt. You get fans, you get the thermistors, you get everything. It's a
Dude, I
even asked him once. I'm like, dude, why do you include all this shit? And he's like, because it's not much less to not include it. So I just include it.
It's just easier instead of having 2 SKUs.
Yeah.
Dude, I have our Sunlow S8 Pro because I don't really use it. I'm making room for different machines. I have it on it's our fully upgraded. So it's got our flex plate, ABL 5015. It's got our Easy Neo kit on there. Got our firmware it's already set up, ready to go, right? I have less than 100 hours of printout. It's new. So I have it on Facebook Marketplace for $175, right? So it's a 300 by 300 by 400. So it's got auto bed leveling, the LEDs on there, the upgraded cooling. Oh, it's also got our tough extruder V2, which is like a $60 tough extruder. So it's fully upgraded. I got over $100 upgrades. And this guy that not only wants to lowball me on the price, but wants me to drive an hour and 15 minutes each fucking way. I was like, no. He's like, well, I don't drive. Not my fucking problem. Go fuck yourself.
I live 3 hours away. You expect me to pay full price? The distance you live from me is not my problem. It has nothing to do with anything.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, then go
and then I
find
got
one
another
locally,
guy that's wanted
shithead.
me. There's another guy that's like, oh, I'm interested. I was like, okay, when you want to meet up? He's like, oh, can you call me really quick? I was like, hey. And he's like asking me all these questions. I was like, listen, no offense, I don't got time to explain 3D printing for you. I'm just selling a printer, and if you buy this printer from me, I am not helping you with it. I'm saying here's a printer. You can check, make sure everything works. I am not going to be your tech support.
Yeah.
You're going to give me the money. You're going to get the printer. That's it. That's the end of the transaction. Like,
Yeah, Joe, tell get a Lyft or an Uber.
right? But dude, Facebook Marketplace. So if anybody's in the area and you're looking for a cheap printer for 175 bucks, I got a Sunlu S8 Pro that's got barely any time on it. Let me know. I'm not shipping it. It's a good printer. I have so many fucking printers around here. I'm going through them and I'm gonna have a couple more that is just like ones that I don't use that much. That's like I want to get them out of here. I'm gonna sell them for cheap. A lot of them are going to be like, barely used. And then there might be a couple that were in the print farm that have, moderate usage, but they're all going to be fully working machines. So
I miss
but
Craigslist.
if I ever any printers that are like really beat up, I usually just give them away to people I know. Like, hey, I don't care if you strip it down for parts. I don't care if you fix it and sell it. Just get the fuck out of here. Like,
right.
So.
And Blasto.
Yeah. No, yeah, 175 bucks for a fully upgraded S8 Pro is a really good deal. Even, it does have an older 8-bit board, but it prints great. And I've already done all the upgrades that you would need to do to it. So
the BTT,
but like Facebook Marketplace is full of fucking idiots.
You know what? What was it? I just Craig. I thought Craigslist was bad, but
no, Facebook.
I miss Craigslist. I fucking miss Craigslist because it was. I don't know. Back in the day. You knew what you were getting into with Craigslist.
Here, I'm posting I saw people talking about the poly dryer. Here, I posted the link in the chat for the poly dryer. Oh, okay. So you fuckers bought 4 of them already. I'm glad I took one for Krista. So we're down to 11. So and I don't know when they're gonna have more. So
BTT, they are Chinese, but what they started doing.
What? Yeah, this is already out of stock.
I think it's been a couple years now that Luke's been working with them. And this is
Luke has been whipping their ass into shape. Like that's the thing.
He's the reason I give him a fuckload of well-deserved credit, and I know a lot of other people do too. I'm a nobody, but Luke is a big reason why BTT has turned around because he's busted. Like when the CB1 launched, that launch was such a fucking disaster, and that's how I met Luke through that when I was having issues.
Because you were being you were being an annoying.
I was being a cunt. I was not, but he contacted personally and then started asking me questions like, "Hey man,
you drink the filament.
What do you think is missing?" I said documentation and stuff like this. But yeah, Luke, he's a cool guy, and they are all Chinese.
Okay, this is like random, but I just sucked on this. I was expecting like air to come through it.
It is all sealed.
It actually holds a little vacuum there. Okay. All right, so it does actually seal. So that's good.
Is that the same PTF tubing that's on like the pallets where it's more of a guide than it is actual PTF?
Yeah, I think they have this so you can guide it up to your printer enclosed. That's what I think this is for.
Yeah.
So I should probably read the fucking manual, right? Well, actually, so there is, when you guys get these, there is a continuous mode. So when you turn this on, you can press the mode. You just press it. It'll go through the 3 different temperature settings. And I already asked him, don't ask me. I don't know what temperatures all these run. I know the highest setting is putting out about 65 to 66 degrees C because I checked it on mine because I'm running nylon in the one in my office. But if you press and hold the mode button, it will change it from time to continuous where it'll just run. So I have a roll of nylon in there. I'm just having it run for a long time because I want to make sure it's real dry. So
it's big enough where you can stick PTFE inside the PTFE.
Yeah.
So it's more like a guide tube.
It's a guide tube. It's not meant to be a bone tube. It's just meant to guide it so it's more enclosed so there's less exposure to the air. So
if you have
someone actually had a good idea. Someone actually had a good idea for us for marketing the Bambu tough tube that we sell. They told me they were using it on their K1s and stuff as the reverse Bowden tube.
Well, that works.
Because they wanted it blue instead of they wanted it blue instead of
the white
clear. But I have these are like cutoffs from like the partial rolls. So I just hang on to them. So that's a
Yeah,
bamboo
I'm using
one.
mine as reverse Bowden on some.
I will say though, since I switched the tubing out from the stock tubing, I haven't had any more AMS failure to feed errors. So I don't know if that's just coincidence or
as far as temps go, I'm pretty sure someone in chat on last week's stream pulled up the temps. I could be wrong, but I could have swore someone pulled up what the temps were.
I asked them for it, and they said that they're going to get back to me. No, my rep is cool. I also told him to go give Sean extra shit for me, and he just left. so yeah. All right, yeah, I think that's it. Oh, I see you. Who made a new channel called Quick Support Questions? And for Rainmaker, you guys are like doing stuff in the Discord. So
where did that channel come from?
Yeah, there's a lot. So we have like the forums in our Discord, and the forums are nice because they separate all the questions into different things. And it makes it easier to go back and like find stuff. Actually, there's some cool shit, and I haven't checked the show off one in a little bit here.
Maybe I've just because I'm a product of my generation, but nothing beats a forum. I fucking love forums.
I like forums. How many times have we tried forums, Tor? Like twice
over the last 7 years.
We had a TH3D forum, and the problem with that was it ended up becoming too much to manage. Like it was getting too heavy on the server I had it on, and I was gonna have to start actually spending real money on it. And then like not enough people use it. Like it was like traffic wise, it was good. I couldn't really find a way to monetize it to pay for itself. I thought about putting a forum plugin on our support site and having it on there. But in terms of having its own server, we were using what's called Filament, which is a nice forum software, but it can be pretty resource intensive. But I also had, if you guys may remember, what was it? The Maker. It was Maker something.
And is that the
Maker,
or is that the Maker?
It was makerforum.tech. What did you do? Did you kill your print? Huh?
Because I think I still have some ABS in there, and this is PLA.
Oh, you didn't flush your nozzle out, did you? Didn't you? You did. I did something like that, and then I was disagreeing with you, and you're like, "No, flush it out," and then it was fine.
I just like.
I think it was at the show.
Is that? Yeah, it was at the show. Is that the one you stole from me?
Yeah,
at the show.
I like that on Discord you can have these forums though, because I like a good forum.
Yeah, the projects and show-offs, there's not too many people that posted in there, but there is. Hang on.
Holy shit, that dinosaur skull one is cool as hell.
Yeah, I was just about to show this. Rin, they're regular in our server. This is a printed dinosaur skull. That's a lot of printing time.
T-Rex.
Yeah. That's pretty cool. It looks like, it's the same one, just they're painting it. Okay. Yeah, and then dwarf minis. Printed this on his Ender 3. Stock Ender 3 with a 0.2 nozzle. Why is it not playing? Why you no play, Discord? Discord, why you no play? It's pretty damn good. Yeah, that's
Ender 3. You can still do a lot.
I like re-expos. Whee! Give it a benchy. And then where's the little heart? Frequently used. There you go. Bam. I'll give him benchy. But yeah, if you guys want to share stuff, I do occasionally check the projects and show off. There's just not a ton of people that use it. Like the Discord is very active. It's just that one is not very active. So all right.
We got to do a roast, a printer roast too.
Yeah. Yeah, so you can see what you've been building lately.
So so you can see ones,
All these
couple that maybe
boats.
haven't
All these damn
changed
boats.
in years.
Yeah.
No, I have
Let's
cleaned up the wiring.
Okay, hang on.
You'd be
Let's see.
proud.
Chat. So I've been trying to eat better. Krista said she wants pizza though. Let's have chat decide. Should Krista get pizza, or do I try to make something that's easier, or do I try to make something healthy?
Had a
Wait,
burger
what does
at
chat think?
Hot Cheeto fries, so I can't say anything.
A burger, you fat fuck. Although you've lost a shit ton of weight since I met you. I gained like your freaking weight. I'm gonna see what's chat. What's chat say? Yeah, I'm like I need to get my big thing is like salty snack foods is like my Achilles heel because like I'm not a big fan of like sweets, but like chips, that kind of stuff. Like if I have that stuff in the house, I'll eat it. I will tell you, I have no freaking self control, so I just can't have that kind of stuff in the house because otherwise I'll eat it.
I'll see, like
Like-
lemon Oreos family pack. I can eat that entire fucking thing in one sitting. Love me some sweets.
You are so fucking serious about lemon Oreos.
I fucking love
I will
lemon
do-
Oreos.
I will do.
Also,
unholy
can't eat them
things.
right now, so
I will do unholy things to a family pack of lemon
I
Oreos.
will do unholy things to eat anything. Fucking broccoli sounds great right now. Anything. I just want to eat. So hungry.
Oh no,
So
you
hungry.
set off Krista.
Oh, there's the camera. I'm hungry.
I'm trying
Starving.
to find. There was a meme about family pack of Oreos, and I'm trying to find. I'm trying to
Krista, are
fucking
you
find it,
serious?
but
You
it's.
didn't know there was fucking lemon Oreos? Yes, they're the greatest things on earth.
I'm trying to find it. Where? Hang on.
Big news.
Oh, here.
that we
This
can
okay.
say.
This isn't one.
Breaking
this isn't the
news.
one. This isn't the one I was thinking of, but this is still kind of funny. Here you go. This is just for you, Emerson.
Yes.
Hang on.
Just me.
Wait, can I? Wait, why can't I click the tags? I can't click the tags. What did you put in, Tor? I saw you.
We have some recent news. OctoEverywhere is now supported on the Bambu X1, P1, and A1 printers.
How?
Oh yeah, I got that
How?
alert came across my phone today.
How?
External webcam.
Wait, hang on. What? Hang on.
What
Hang
does
on.
it run on?
Hang on.
I think you have to have a Pi.
Okay, but okay. I thought you
Well,
meant when I
so,
hear it's
all right.
supported.
Okay.
When I hear it's supported.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's like me. That's like me saying.
They'll set up a Wise Cam next to your printer there.
I don't know the equivalent, but it's like saying like my car is fully automatic driving. You just have to have a person in the driver's seat. Like, hang on, click on that. You got to share the tab, Tor. You got to switch to tab you're sharing.
By the way, OctoEverywhere is fucking awesome, and hats off
I love
to those
OctoEverywhere.
abs,
But I was like,
guys.
wait, you got to point. I mean, I have my X1's not doing anything. You want me to see? Hang on.
Yes, let's do this because I gotta see it.
All right, hang on here. Let me
Set
log
up your
in.
Bambu.
Hang on.
Open your drawer, grab a Raspberry Pi. Step 1.
Hang on. Here we go. I'm logging in.
He probably has a few.
I gotta get I want to see what's like. I mean, we do have cauliflower pizza in the freezer.
Yeah,
She
don't
said
you
she
have
wants pizza.
that fancy pizza heater?
We
upper
do have the
thingy?
fancy pizzazz thing.
There you go. Go slap a pizza on it.
All right, hang on.
Lock
I got my
comment,
access code here.
Lock comment up first.
You know the cauliflowers. They only have. I'm a big Costco fanboy. Oh yeah, I actually have a printer added in here. Still. Okay, let's see. Bambu printer support. Set up your Bambu Lab printer. Set up it now.
Zoom in, so small.
Okay, it runs on an independent device. The device does not need to physically connect. It only needs network access. Okay.
Yeah, so you have to have a Raspberry Pi and a camera.
Raspberry Pi with an external camera.
If I click, I need a device. Okay. So can it control the printer at all?
Probably
it might be
not.
like the whatchamacallit?
At best,
Hang on.
you're gonna get like an email or a text saying, "Hey, I think this is fucked up."
Okay, so it's using Bambu Connect, so it's probably just interfacing with it.
The
So I'm gonna see here. Okay, so it's gonna, let's see what's in this install script here. I'm gonna download this here. I mean, I guess that works. It just seems redundant considering that device already has a, a computer in it. It's smart though. They're keeping up with the market. They're doing the same thing everybody else did. So this is it here. So they have things here for the MKS Pies. Correcting the date. Yeah, so it just installs it. So yeah.
And again, OctoEverywhere, you guys are awesome.
I do like OctoEverywhere.
I pay a subscription. I have
the only reason
awesome.
I don't use it on every printer is because we have so many fucking printers. It's like I asked him and he basically was like, "Yeah, we could do it, but it's gonna be a lot of bandwidth." I was like, "Yeah."
Basically, please don't. Please don't.
Yeah. Well, I mean, he'll do it, but I'd be paying a lot for it. I really don't need it. I mean, I just have my Home Assistant installed here with all the printers and stuff. Like it's just Friday.
Oh, you're lagging a bit, Tim.
Oh.
Well, there's actually Home Assistant has a Moonraker plugin too.
Yeah.
So.
Oh shit. Oh, I think it's time to go.
Emerson, it looks like you're paying for Krista's pizza.
I just saw that. I'm
She's
like,
not order a fucking. I'll get her pizza.
I was gonna say my wife will do it.
I told her once the kid comes here, like we both need to take losing weight seriously. Like we got like a month or two. Obviously, I'm not gonna make my pregnant woman like work out, but like I've been in relationships. Like it's so much easier for you both to lose weight if you were doing it together versus one person doing it, the other not. Like it sucks.
Right.
So,
yeah, well,
she's
having a
for the record, she's down, but yeah, like my whole thing. I stepped on the scale. You ever like step on the scale like holy fuck, I got fat.
Exactly.
That's what I had. And actually, the funny thing is, I literally like threw a bunch of the crap snacks out, and then like I threw the crap snacks out,
and then went shopping and bought more.
No, I threw the crap snacks out, and I fired my workout app up again because I use strong lifts, and I like deloaded all the weights, and I still fucked my back up just doing like fucking squats. So it's like that's what I'm kind of like. I'm not walking right now, but like it was rough the last couple of days. So no, Krista told me she's like, "What can I do?" Oh, because I was talking about I like doing weights, and she's like, "Well, I can't do weights while I'm pregnant." I was like, "Yeah, but we got a bike, like we got a exercise bike, like you can do the exercise bike."
Yeah.
So, and we have like a TV, like it was down over by where we had the LAN party. Like we have like there's a 42-inch TV down there that's a smart TV, so you can put on shows or music or whatever. There's a sound bar hooked up to it, so you can like watch something.
You're talking about the one that you had the classic commercials running on?
Yes, yeah. It's like our gym TV.
That's so videos. Cool, by the way. That was awesome.
Yeah, I was just like putting something on for like background noise, and it's just like all there. I found compilations of all these like old 80s and 90s commercials, and we're sitting there going like, holy fuck, a burger and fries for $2.49? What the fuck happened?
Yeah, the old classic, like the old classic Chevy. You had some classic Chevy commercials and like a
rock.
Yeah, just some really cool some cool nostalgia.
Yeah. Yeah, but I was sitting here, guys, like, God damn it, Biden, seeing like, just like there was like a commercial from the 2000s, like, fuck, you get a whole goddamn meal supersized at McDonald's for $5. What the fuck?
We were just talking about that.
Now you go to McDonald's, it's like $15 fucking dollars. I don't like. That's even more of the reason. It's like, I don't really like McDonald's like burgers that much. I love their fries for some reason. I don't know why. I just love their fries.
It's to the point now
it's
where
so fucking expensive.
A family of 4. The amount of money it costs to
You're
buy
easily spending
McDonald's for a family of
$70.
4, you can go to a sit-down restaurant and maybe
Yep.
spend about $5 or $10 more total, not per person,
And get better
total,
quality food.
and get way better food to the point where
Yep.
it's like
McDonald's is
fast food.
supposed to be fast and cheap. It's not cheap.
Well, like we went and got Taco Bell last night, and I'm like,
Taco Bell's
Sarah
prices
hands
are
me
better
the
than
app to
McDonald's.
order,
Though.
and I'm like, how the fuck are we already at $36? And she's like, fucking prices went up again.
They are better.
And we didn't have a whole lot of shit on there.
Yeah, they are better than McDonald's though, but like, man, like I was just like, it's so fucking expensive, and a lot of it, like I know obviously like inflation is fucking horrible, but like also I think a lot of these companies, especially these big companies, are taking advantage of that people are just assuming it's just inflation instead of them literally just like raising prices for fucking shits and giggles.
Well, but part of it also is these fucking assholes who demanded $15-20 an hour for a job that's not meant to be a life supporting career. It's supposed to be a stepping stone. Okay, this is getting you into the workforce.
They're getting replaced. Have you seen all the kiosks now? You go to McDonald's and there's like 2 people working.
Yeah, even if there's an option.
I mean, yeah, all the people that like don't like dealing with other people, like this is great. I get to interact with just computers.
No, it's not even that. It's if there's someone
like,
standing at the register and there's a kiosk, I'm going to the kiosk to be a dick. Not because I don't want to deal with them. Like this, you fucking deserve me touching the buttons on the screen because you think you deserve $20 an hour. I'm sorry, you don't. This is not a job for you to support your kid.
Fucking Burger Club is not $20 a fucking hour. No,
it's not.
The only people I talk to at the Taco Bell is the person bringing me my food because I ordered.
And do they know you, Tor?
Actually, the manager does.
He starts coming up. He's like, "Oh, I will say though, I was not a big fan of like the apps, but McDonald's has some good deals in their app. That's the way you can get it for relatively cheap." My one buddy was actually, I think it was my brother. No, it was either my brother, Doug, or maybe actually I think it was Jim from the Edge. Yeah, it was Jim from the Edge of Tech. He said it's like, yeah, he's like, you go in the app and like he got food. It was me and him and his son, and it was like $22, and he had like stacked coupons and shit. I was like, you were a fucking wizard. Like, so
that's how Sarah is. Sarah's like, I let her do all the ordering for food and stuff because she's got, hang on. I got a coupon. Or no, don't do that. I got the app.
Krista does that a lot of times too. She's like, hang on.
Okay, whatever. Sorry.
I will say though, one like crappy food brand that, you know, or fast food. I don't know. Is pizza considered fast food? I feel like it is.
Well, I mean, Little Caesars. If you guys...
Yeah, well, I say I used to hate Little Caesars, and then I started getting it again. I was like, it actually is a lot better than I remember it being. Like we're talking like 10 years ago. I remember it being like just paper, like cardboard. So
well, and they have like, their stuffed crust is actually really fucking good.
It is so the big thing I like at Little Caesars, and it's like a limited time item, which sucks, is they have a cheese. It's a pretzel. It's a stuffed pretzel crust with cheese sauce instead of marinara, and it's a pepperoni cheese pizza with cheese sauce, and it's a pretzel crust it's a stuffed pretzel crust.
Yes.
And I was like, man, this is gonna be either really bad or it's just gonna be okay. And I was like, holy fuck, this is really goddamn good. It's so fucking.
It is ridiculously delicious, but yes, it's very, and they sneak it out too. They don't really announce it. It's just all of a sudden it shows up on the menu and you're like, fuck yeah, it's back. Yeah. And then all of a sudden, boom, it's gone.
It's so good. Like I was surprised how good.
Like, is now installing.
Like George, like sitting here going, how hungry are you right now, Emerson?
I'm crying.
He's gonna get off here and just start crying. Oh, just let me smell it. I just want to get the aroma. Oh my god, the chunky. Krista's like, Krista said she can't stand the chunky salt on it. That's the best part of the pretzels is the chunky salt. It's so good. I don't know why. I was going through the app. I was like looking at Krista. I was like, Krista, they have a stuffed a pepperoni stuffed pretzel crust pizza, and there's cheese sauce instead of marinara. Yeah. I was like, one, this is why we are all fat. And two, this sounds like this is going to be really good or really fucking bad. Like,
This is why Americans are killing themselves. We don't have to worry about being invaded. We're killing ourselves. But
I know, right?
it's fucking delicious.
God.
But
Oh
yeah,
my
the
God.
salt, like the big grains of salt, that's the best part about it.
Is
It's like
chat
getting
working
a
today? Are we still on
pretzel.
YouTube? Because like chat is so fucking quiet right now. We've got like
Yeah,
30
chat's
something people
working. I'm
watching.
sitting there watching it scroll.
Okay.
But
I
it's
wish
like
it told me
getting a
how many people
pretzel.
were watching where. Welcome to the TH3D Food Hour, where we talk about being fat fucks.
I just went and checked my weight. I need to not. I need to slow down.
Tor, you're okay, Tor. Tor, you dropped like
we
a
need
shit ton
a-
of weight. You were like
who's got the
260
biggest
pounds
man?
when we met.
Who's got the biggest man titties? I've got like a little A cup.
I don't know. I'm kind of flat. It's all in my gut.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I don't know.
Like-
You're kind of getting some B's there.
But they're not squishy. Like it's hard. I don't have any squish.
The black is slimming right now.
The black is slimming. It's cold in here. Can you tell?
Yeah, green's not your color, Tim. Green's not your color.
Oh my God. Yeah. All right. Should we actually wrap this up? This is like the fucking most people that like who here in chat knows what a fucking Midwestern goodbye is, because we just fucking did that.
Yes, we
Look,
did.
I printed a whole other fucking benchy because I'm like tuning the profile in.
I watched it level. I'm like, oh, it looks like he's starting a new print. But yeah,
okay, I need to up the retraction a little bit more, but we got a lot less retraction. The layer lines on this are fucking fantastic. I wish I wasn't using the glitter, but this is the only one I had laying around here. So
and your ADD doesn't help either. So
no, I'm really happy with how this is printing. I just got to dial the profile in a little bit more. So like, I don't think I should have took a before picture. He handed this to me as a printer that had all sorts of shit bolted on. I had like if you went on a Facebook group and printed every mod they recommended, that's what this had on it. Like that's
so that was me when I first got into 3D printing. Was,
well,
oh,
this was his
cool
first.
print.
Yeah, this was his first printer. So he had like the threaded rod stabilizers that like look janky as shit. I was like, one, they don't really do much of anything. I'm just taking them off. Like, you know, it doesn't need it. But yeah, no, he's gonna be really happy because like this thing has not run in a while, and like it looks like a completely different printer. So I don't even know if he checked my message. I posted it. I posted the pictures in our thing. Did he get back to me?
And those are the ones that have like the external control box, right? The one that's completely separate from the printer.
What? Yeah, one of my buddies just called this show the Autistic News Network.
Yeah,
he's not wrong.
Yeah, that's kind of funny. Oh my God, I fucking read. I was not ready for that.
Okay, Tim, I got a great idea. So next week, you need to stream from
later.
The train
Silent
room.
Rush. I don't have the trains set up yet. They're just.
I thought you had a table.
I have a table, but there's really nothing to show. I'm saving that for winter. When I have the baby strapped to me and I'm looking for something to do that splits around. So my plan is to be able to strap the kid to me and be able to do other stuff while she's small. So
while you're gluing all the trees and stuff down, she's getting all fucked up from the fumes.
Yeah, right. The baby's just acting really weird. I don't know, man.
Man, she's been napping. Great.
Yeah, she just passed out.
So are you gonna actually do like a train table, like trees?
I'm gonna do
grass,
yes. I'm gonna try to 3D print almost everything and prime everything and paint it by hand. I also have started working on. I found a model of like a store, and I'm gonna put the Menards logo on the top of it, so I can have a Menards store on the layout. Because fuck yeah, Midwest. So, but yeah.
Dude, they have their train catalog. That's sorry, I know we've got to go, but they have that train catalog.
I say one of my buddies called us the Autistic News Network, and now you're talking about fucking trains, just proving him right. No, but the reason I haven't had it running yet is I bought all the stuff to convert the engines over to DCC. I have the controller built. I have all the modules to retrofit the old engines with the new tech. And the reason I'm doing that is because instead of having the old stuff where it's just you're varying the DC going into the track to change the speed of the train or reversing the player to make it go a different direction. The DCC allows the track to be energized the entire time. And then each engine has its own ID and you can independently address them. And if you can actually map out how long the train is, and how and find the speed of them and have trains follow each other on the same track.
If you don't have this plugged into Home Assistant in some way, shape,
It will
or form,
be.
I'm
I
gonna be
will
really
have.
upset.
So I already the controller I have already can integrate with Home Assistant. I have a 10-inch. I have a 10-inch. I have an old 10-inch tablet, an old Amazon tablet that has the app. So there's a Mega 2560 with an ESP8266 on a single board, and then there's a motor shield on top of that. That's running the DCC-EX firmware. That will then connect to the Wi-Fi to allow the app on my phone or my tablet to connect to that, which Home Assistant can also then connect to control the locomotives. And it even makes fucking train sounds. So I'm gonna have little speakers. I have some old bookshelf speakers and a little amp. I'm gonna put them underneath the table and plug the amp into the tablet. So when you start the diesel engine or the steam engine, it starts making the noises, and the noises change based on what the engine's doing. So if you're going faster, it slowly ramps up the sound of the engine until it's at the running speed. And then when you slow it down, it plays the slowing down. And they have different locomotives too. They have all sorts of sound packs.
I'm not gonna lie, I'm honestly very excited for this. That's shit.
It's gonna
sounds
be cool
as hell.
up.
Yeah, that sounds really.
It will be cool, and I think it'll be cool to show off. Like, can you imagine if we got like a big booth at a show, if we brought an entire printed train layout, like, and had that there?
Sarah would know. Maybe if she's still on. There was
because I'm going to do an 8-foot by 4-foot layout on top of like the pink foam, and I'm going to have it so I can take that foam off of the table and move the whole layout. So it's one big thing.
Back watching the TISM at the show.
It's just everything. Hey, do you know how many people would be like? Do you know how many people would be sitting there watching the trains? Come on.
There's this big train thing that we went to last year, the year before. I think it was but there was some really amazing, I mean, fucking massive train table setups.
Yeah, you can get crazy with it. Like I want to build basically get like a base. Like I want to have like a mountain where it goes through, because there's just something cool about it going into the mountain and coming out the other end. And you're like, where'd it go? Oh, it came up the other end. So, but yeah, I've got a bunch of diesel locomotives. I got some little switcher diesels. I got a little steam locomotive that my dad gave me. So I got into this because my dad had trains when he was a little bit younger than I am. And
a little younger than you were.
Yeah, I'm 35. I think he was in like his mid to late 20s when he was doing it, and he has had them packed up forever. And so I've been going through and I've had to fix a bunch of the locomotives. A lot of them are so old they started getting oxidized and corroded. So I've been cleaning them and fixing them. I got a lot of them running, but I also bought two because I've always liked the little switcher engines. Like in general, like when I see trains out, like I just like the little switcher engines. Like they're cool. So I bought two little HO gauge switcher engines. And luckily, both of them, one is DCC ready. So one, I just buy a module and you just pop it in the top of the train. You take the top off, take the bypass board out, put that in, and now it's DCC ready. So,
you know, it's really fun to watch. Watching one of those switcher engines derail and knowing why it derailed, because the guy who was driving it was
like a real one.
Yes,
like a real one.
A
train is on a track. How the fuck do you?
Okay. So,
like, it's not like a car where you can just like turn off the road. Like a train, oh man, I'm going a little too fast forward. Like,
so when I used to drive gravel trains, which people who aren't from the Michigan area, gravel train is a semi truck that hauls two trailers, depending on the setup. They're either like 24 foot apiece or they're 30 and 24. But
train.
They're 160,000 pounds is what their gross weight is. Anyway, so we used to have to go to this rail yard where rail cars would come in full of contaminated dirt, and then we'd have to load them into the gravel trains, take them to the hazmat dump. So they had to use a switcher. So this yard had several different areas and then of course they all have to converge eventually into one track. Well, the one guy that decided to get in the switcher was a known drunk. They didn't know at the time he was drunk, and got in there and forgot to switch the track. So when he went to go forward, it wasn't set for his track. It was set for the track next to it, and it caused the fucking thing to derail. And then it kept going and derailed two cars full of toxic material.
Jesus
so
Christ.
It cost the company it was something like $10,000 an hour for the crane to come out and get the cars. It was fucking hilarious because it didn't cost any money. But watching
Hang on.
this tiny little switcher car all of a sudden go bloop, and just fall off the track is fucking gold.
I'm trying to find the GIF. Oh, it's Tenor. Man, there's like this all aboard GIF that I fucking love.
Yeah, BW's, that's exactly what it was. The switch was thrown for the opposite track, and he didn't catch it in time until off he went.
Here you go. Here you go. This is gonna be me. Ready? Ready? This is gonna be me when I get the tweens. When they're all running. Woo! There we go. That's gonna be me.
You better have a little conductor hat and everything, you ass.
Krista already bought me one, and she got me a hat that says "Who Tooted" on it. It's got a train on it. So, but the thing is, she got me the whistle, and only the steam engines have the whistles. The diesels have the horns. Okay, I'm put the actually hat on.
I'll send you. I'll send you.
Diesels don't have the toot toot. They have the air horn that go ha.
All right, and the stream. It's getting bad. And the stream.
Oh, I mean, Krista was making fun. I mean, like, Krista was making fun of me because, like, I took a video. Hang on, where is it? Instant upload camera. It was from the trip. I took a video of this like long ass coal train. We were at a stop, and like I think we're in. Oh, where the fuck were we? I'm trying to think here. I think we were in Nebraska. Maybe. I'm trying to see. Hang on. But it was cool, and he did like I thought my camera work was phenomenal. Okay. Like, hang on. It's hang on. Here we go. Ready? This is I took this. Look at it. Look at it coming there. And then she was walking back from the rest stop, and I was like, "There's a train coming." I'm taking a fucking video. Look at it, I'm panning. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that camera work. I'm not a big fan of the BNSF paint jobs. I like Union Pacific, but like look at that fucking long ass train. Look at that fight. And it's going around a bend there.
There it is.
Wait. He's gonna do it again. He's gonna do it again. I'm gonna zoom in. Ready? Yeah. Look at that. Got 3 toots out of him. Oh, look how fucking long that thing is. All coal. Oh yeah. Look at you see it just disappearing around the bend. It was so fucking long. But she was making fun of me because I was taking video of a Twain. I like trains. They're just so fucking cool. All right.
Oh, Tim.
On that note, they're just so cool. I lived my condo I had in Oak Lawn was right by the train tracks, and I always like watching the trains go by. So it'd be me and the cats in the windows just watching them just go by, looking at all the graffiti on the cars and stuff.
Christ.
And occasionally we'd have you'd see the trains coming back from like Wisconsin and stuff with all the Case tractors and stuff on them. And it was like just an entire train of tractors. It's pretty cool. And occasionally you see some of the John Deeres, but you know, Case is big up there.
It's cool if you're out in the Dakotas actually, because I don't know if it's still running, but there was a plant that made the windmill blades. And that's pretty cool to see because those are some.
They're huge.
Yeah, and it's essentially it's 2 dollies. It's not even really a rail car. It's dollies because of how goddamn long they are.
Yeah, and they use the blade as that. So yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have train horns on one of my go-karts too because why not?
Are you serious?
Did I not show you that when you were here?
I don't think I remember the train horn on a fucking go-kart.
There's 2 of them, and it's got a little air, like a little on-demand air compressor. And yeah, it's really funny when you're driving through town and you're laying on the train horn, and people are like, "Where the fuck is that coming
around
from?"
Like, what the fuck?
They're looking for like a lifted truck or something. It's just a go-kart.
And it's just autist in a go-kart.
I mean, it's funny too because people like try to cut you off or something. Just lay on that; they hear you. So. And I figured out if I position it right, it is technically behind my head, but the horns come out over your head, so it's actually not that loud when you're in the cart. So, because it's projecting all the sound forward.
That's what's important.
But yeah, my neighbor said that she could hear it all the way at the end of the block when I was testing it in my garage. Like, so. But all right, that's enough of 3D printing food and trains.
I have a burger to eat. You guys
This week on ANN, I'm gonna make this thing. Just, oh my god! All right, I will see you guys later. Hope everybody watching has a good weekend. We're down to 21 viewers. All right, bye guys.
I'm surprised 21 is stuck
I know,
around
right?
this long.
They're probably just watching like those are cool trains. Good camera work, Tim. All right, bye guys.
Bye,
oh
everyone.
my god, my chest hurts. Oh, every time I laugh, my back hurts. I'm fucking old. I'm fat and I'm old.
I'm
Oh my
here
God.
waiting for it to end.
All right, I'm
Fuckers
clicking it
eating
right.
Cheetos